And just like that, it's time to play some Wizard 101, guys. Hey, it's Kimmy saying I'm back for another stream, another time, another good old times here with our wizard Kieran Sandhammer. I'm super excited to be playing some Wizard 101 with you guys today. So hopefully everybody, I need to lift this up just a little bit. Yes, that's much better. So I hope everybody is having a great start to the week. It's a Tuesday. Yes, it's a Tuesday afternoon. And I'm super excited to be here on stream, and I hope you guys are too. Woo! Hey, check it out. Did you ever... Okay, I've been riding this Warthog mount for a couple days. It's a 7-day mount, and I've noticed if I stay still long enough, something actually comes out of the box and crawls. A little Warthog comes out of the box, literally crawls across my leg, and I pet him, and he goes back in. Have you guys... Has anybody ever noticed that on this particular mount? That's, It's kind of funny. You know, it's kind of, it's interesting the animations and stuff that creators will put in their stuff that nowadays. And I remember when these types of animations first started popping in. I think, gosh, I was back in was I in high school still? I think I might have been in high school, or I might have been just in college visiting. But my friends had a Sega Genesis, and was it a Genesis? It was a Sega. I know it was a Sega. And basically they had like a new Spider-Man game, and it was kind of funny. We were just hanging out, and they were playing Spider-Man. They just kind of left him hanging, and he started doing these staying. Yeah, you just saw it. He just came out. These stay still animations, while something's not moving. And that's when I first started noticing that programmers were putting that in. Well, anyways, sorry, that was a tangent, wasn't it? Pretty cool stuff. It's neat how games have developed and what programmers and creative animators will add into things when, that's really just kind of a throwaway impression, but it's really all cool. There we go. See, the hedgehog is coming back out. He's coming over there to my leg. Check him out. Jumps on top of the head, and I think he heads right on back in. Yep. I love stuff like that. Little itty bitty things that that are just wild. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. We are here again with Kieran Sandhammer, and we are in part 6, or should I say our 6th stream here in Wizard 101. And let me just go over and touch base on where we're at. So like I said at the beginning, we always like to take a stock of where we're at now compared to where we were. And one of the things I was able to do is I was able to level up. In fact, I've gone through and I've done every single available quest up to this point in Wizard 101. The only one I haven't finished is the 5 Doctors thing here in Avalon, because the bosses are really hard. Okay, so, but here's where I'm at. We're at level 83, got plenty of mana, plenty of experience, plenty of training points, lots of gold, crowns, arena tickets, you name it, energy, more. I did get a update in damage, because what I did is I took one of my, take a look, I took my ring here, no, I took my Athame, right? And I added a +9 attack for my Athame, so that's increased my damage, and so that's pretty fantastic, as well as I added +1 power pit percentage, so that's pretty good. So that was a change. As far as my resistance, still holding pretty good at 31% across the board, which is nice. But I like that extra 9 on my damage. So my damage now is a total of 5, 6, 7, 79%. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. Accuracy still sitting at 10. No big changes there. If we go to our advanced character stats, critical rating still sitting about the same spot, 34% or so. That's kind of good. I thought it was at 33, but I'll take 34% total. Block rating still across the board pretty good. Really nice for balance spells that come against me. Armor piercing about the same. I lost my 2% outgoing healing, but that's fine, because I mean, it's not that I often go out healing, and that's what I switched in my theme, is I took the 2% healing off of it and did the other. And my power pip's back up from 93 to 94% because I had that power pip percentage in there. And other than that, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good here. Pretty excited. So, what quest did we leave off on? Well, we are here finally at Lake Nimue. and we are here to, I guess, get the sword and go it. And, you know, another neat thing is, you know, when you hit these new worlds, take a moment to just, you know, do a right-click move around and check out some of the things that they did. Like, for instance, you know, look at how clear the sky is, and then you see where all the storm is up right there over there with that, and it's just quite a stark difference, and it just looks great. I think the animators did a wonderful job for this. Okay, so let's cop on. Friar Tuck. Friar Occam. The end for you, sir.
I saw you with your spells and your razor, and I was sure you were one of the Pendragon's wild hunt.
Oh, no wild hunt for me.
It eases my heart to know that my last moments will be in the presence of a kind knight.
Okay.
Loyal to Queen Gwendolyn.
Well, you know, we're definitely loyal.
I was gravely wounded by the stag chargers.
Okay.
If you could get some water from the Pool of Radiance, it might restore me.
Sure, I saw this pool over here. Let's go get him some water from the pool. There we go.
This is not a good sign. The
pool is dry. Okay. So let's go talk to Friar. I'm sure he'll tell me what to do. Bet you has something to do with going to get some water.
The Pool of Radiance has run dry. This really is the end of me.
Uh-huh.
The simplest answer is that it must have been the vile work of the Pendragon's pet bog witch, Black Annie.
Black Annie. Okay, we're going to have to stop Black Annie.
The simplest answer is she must have stolen the gems from the magical elfin statues.
Okay.
Did she do it herself?
Well, she might have.
She most likely had the stag chargers do it.
Okay, so
defeat the stag chargers to get back the gems and restore. If the Pool of Radiance replenishes, I might still be brought back from death's door.
Fantastic. Also, guys, if I hadn't mentioned this earlier, I did pick up my minion. I finally got back to Balstrom, and I got my Balance minion, so I've got her loaded up in a few of my decks, which is fantastic. And she's also loaded up in... Yeah, so we'll be seeing her appear. And so I got her. I've got my Monstrology sets. I'm feeling pretty good right now. And I think I have the right deck. So let's go ahead and take out these Stag Chargers so that we can get what we need to move on. So I hope everybody's been having a fantastic day, a fantastic week. I know it's been a great start for the week for me, so I have no complaints at all. Absolutely no complaints. I'm very, very happy to be here with you guys today. And I hope the chat's doing well. I do got a question for the chat today. For the first hour, okay? First hour is I would like to know more about your pets. Do you have any pets? What are their names? Do you have any pets, or what are their names? And I think I set chat up to let you guys put in some pictures, but if not, that's okay. You can put a link in there. But if you have any pets, tell me about your pets and what are their names. I've had lots of pets over the years, and I'll definitely be giving you some stories of those as we play through today. Okay, so they came out fighting with an ice wyvern, but that's okay. We can play the long game with these two guys. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem at all. I'm not going to need those heals. Let's go and throw up our blade. Let's get ready to rock some raw. So what are our plans and goals today? Well, I got 3 hours, okay? I'm hoping that in 3 hours, we can't rock any raw if there's no raw to rock, right? Okay. I'm hoping that in these 3 hours, the major goal of today's stream is what we want to do is we want to get all the way through to at least the last dungeon here in Avalon. That would be a big goal that I would love to make. Is I'd like to get all the way through and hopefully get to the last dungeon in Avalon, because I think that'd be a great goal for today. Because this is like our 6th stream right now in Avalon. Avalon's not a huge world, but it's not the smallest world. Boy, this is like a horrible way to try to get there. Okay, so no attacks yet have shown up in any of my deals. Crazy. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we have a sandstorm to follow up with if it's necessary. So I'm pretty excited. So we have to go over and we have to stop the Black Annie. I think, one of these sides is going to be like the last area, okay? But I know that we are in the last quarter of Avalon, and it's so much fun because it's almost like running a new game, or should I say, first time I've been through it because I haven't played a lot of it so long. I see some things that I remember, like I remember the tower there with the Seraph, in which we're going to try to get the Sword of Kings or whatever they call it. Not quite enough there. Well, that's okay. Oh, you would have to do that, Stag Charger, throwing up that shield like that. That's okay. I think we can get enough out of this so that we can finish the fight off. Yeah, so it's been really fun playing Avalon again after so long, because I've gotten lots of characters like up through Caerleon, and then I just took a break from playing for quite a while. I've only had one character go through the whole dungeon, and I didn't get anything. Well, that's okay. That's not untypical from these fights. Okay, let's do these collect, and let's see if we can't get them. Boy, we gotta get 4 of those. That's okay. We can get all 4 gem eyes from them. I am confident in our skill set and what we're going to do. Let's set up there we go. Nice. So, yeah. So what's been going on today? Well, I was asking about your pets, and I'm going to sit back and I want to talk about some of my pets, because we've had lots of great pets. I think the very, very first pet that I think I can remember having, and I know I was around other pets when I was little, but I think one of the first pets that I remember ever having was this white cat, and his name, we called him Max. I have no idea why we called him Max. That's the name me and my brother chose, and we called him Max. And we had him since he was just a little kitten, and he was a great little cat. Except we were little boys, okay? And little boys and animals are not always a good mix, especially if we're not watched very well. Yes. And so we used to torment this poor little kitten, and he didn't mind living with us. Except we were kind of horrible to the little guy. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, we would, not terrible things. We would wrap him up in a blanket. He didn't like that much. We would put him in our little sister's stroller. She had a little stroller cart, so we'd put him in the stroller cart and then run him up and down the hallway really, really fast. He didn't like that very much. It even got to the point when we walked down the hall, he'd hide behind a couch, and if he saw our ankles come by, he'd jump on our ankles and start biting them. Oh, yeah. So unfortunately, we were very... When we were little kids, and I'm talking like I was in elementary school at the time, we were pretty terrible pet owners. Yeah, absolutely. But we learned a lot after that, because not too long after that, he ran away from us, unfortunately, and I don't blame the cat. It was a smart move on his part. He needed to get out of town. But after that, we ended up getting my parents brought home a German Shepherd, and that German Shepherd, that was awesome. That dog had lived longer than I've even lived to now if we worked out the dog years. And this was such a great dog. He was just calm. He'd trot around. He'd say hi. He was very much an indoor dog. He actually, my mother had him when she was still living with her parents in Pennsylvania, and so we ended up taking him home when her parents moved out of the house and couldn't have pets anymore. And he was just an old fuddy-duddy, but he was funny. You'd give him peanuts, and he would take his little paws, and he would just go ahead and break open the shells. We would give him shelled peanuts. He'd open up those shells, and he'd get those peanuts out there, and he just absolutely loved it. He was a big peanut butter dog, too. Just loved that peanut butter. Would sit there and eat it, and he would just trot around, and we'd leave him in the backyard, then we'd bring him back in, And I just remember that dog. He was just a nice dog, just a very, very nice dog. And of course, by then, me and my brother had learned not to be idiots with animals. We did some growing up there. Oh my goodness, no gems? Okay, these are the worst ones where you get these defeat and collects, and then I can't collect anything from them. Okay, so let's keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Okay. Yeah, so that was another great pet that we had, and his name was Teddy. He was the German Shepherd, Teddy. I think when they originally named him, they were thinking oh, he's a teddy bear, and he did. He had great color, and he was black dog with brown highlights and everything, and when we got him, he even got some gray in him and stuff. Yeah, eventually, at one point, he escaped. He escaped out of the yard once, and where we were living, Santa Fe, New Mexico, there were, believe it or not, kids that were even meaner to animals than we were, and so some unfathomable person had actually shot him with a BB gun, the poor puppy dog, and he was hurting, and that was his last run, and so we, for his sake, we ended up, letting him go and stuff. And that was Teddy. That was the second pet that I remember growing up. So, hey, it is Horizon. How you doing, Horizon? I'm doing great. Playing me some Wizard101 today. What are you doing today? I've been doing pretty good. Today, I've been kind of talking about pets here in the chat. I've been talking about some of my oldest pets that I had growing up. And the question is do you have pets? That's one been thrown out to the chat here earlier. Do you have pets? If so, what kind of pets do you got? What are their names? Would love to know a little bit more about them. But that's kind of what the chat's been going on, so happy to see you today. Okay, let's see here. Where do the fists go? I had like 3 or 4 fists. Okay, let's just do that. I feel like I'm going to be fighting this fight all day. That's the way this has been going. Now, one of the most epic pets we ever had. One of the most epic pets we ever had was this cat. And I don't think we ever gave him a name. We just called him the cat. We were living in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I was in junior high, and we were on the street, and suddenly this cat started coming by, and my mother, she loved animals, so she started giving him cream and milk there, and so he just kept coming back. Great little cat. He was a tabby. He was a tomcat. I guarantee where we lived in Santa Fe in that area, he actually ran probably about 6 blocks. That cat. He was full on tomcat, and he was funny. I mean, he would come in sometimes beat up. I remember he came in one time all beat up, and my dad grabbed him and took him over to the sink and washed out his wounds, and nursed him back to health. And my dad goes, that cat's sometimes so ungrateful. I basically nursed him back to health. But yeah, he was great. I mean, we would find all sorts of small animals, whether they were mice or birds and stuff. He would leave them all over the place, and it was the cat. It was the cat. In fact, we liked him so much we actually packed him up. And we put him in the car because probably about a year or two after we had him, we moved down to South Texas, for a job. My dad moved down there for a job, and I was still in junior high. And I remember driving, and that poor cat, I'd never seen a cat pant before. But that cat was terrified the entire trip down from Santa Fe, New Mexico, down to South Texas. And it was actually kind of funny, but because I'd never seen anything before. Cat going and trying some way to get out of the car every inch. I mean, we had to watch him pretty closely because we didn't want to lose the cat. But you know what? We got down to South Texas. The apartment living was kind of tough. We stayed in an apartment for probably, for probably a few months, and then we moved out to this farm. Because we rented a house out there, and it was really great. There was all this open space. I'd never been in this open space because I was a city boy. And boy, that cat was awesome. He loved it out there. He'd go after snakes. He'd go after mockingbirds. One of the best memories I have of that particular cat. I remember him running from the little garage area. It was kind of like a garage building or shed garage. And he was running to the back door, and there was this mockingbird that was just swooping in and picking at him and swooping back in and picking at him, because we're pretty sure that he took care of that mockingbird's nest at one point, But boy, he loved it out there. He loved it out there. He was just roaming things, taking mice and things down. And lots of good memories. I remember when a hurricane came through and we took off, came back, he was just there waiting for us. Animals can do that type of stuff and be okay. But that was the cat, and then when we moved in town to Palacios, which was the town that I went to high school in down on the South Texas coast. It was right on the coast. We lived right on the bay. It was really, really nice. Brought the cat with us, and he got to live there in town with us, and he just did his thing, And I would say that was the last pet that we had at my home that I was actually involved with. My brother and sister, they both asked for puppies, got puppies at one point, didn't take care of the puppies most of the time, but that cat, he was there the entire time. I remember when I graduated and left, eventually, a few years later, you know, he was just getting long in the tooth, and so they found a farmer who took him, and the farmer took that cat and, you know, loved him and let him roam around and, you know, chase things out the farm. It was great. Zenga is back in the house. Well, fantastic. How is Zenga doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. We're talking about pets here in the chat. Hopefully you're doing pretty good, as I am doing some defeat and collect questing right now, trying to move out of this area. Oh, thank you so much, Winter Nerd. Do appreciate the raid. That's awesome. How are you guys doing? Survive the Ark raid. Just the normie, bro. Well, thank you. Fantastic. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. Are you guys Wiz fans, Raiders? You know, I've been playing Wiz for quite a time. Thanks, Survive the Ark, for the follow. I appreciate that. Pretty awesome. Hello, Winter Nerd. I appreciate you coming in. Just in time. Just me. Thank you, Just Me. How you doing? Sophia Michelle, loving it. Very good. And Just the Norm, yeah, good. Well, awesome. Well, very, very nice. Nice. Oh, Jade C 1528. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well today as well. Yeah, awesome. We've been talking pets here in my chat, so hopefully, you know, you guys are doing well. Would you like some help? I'm doing pretty good right now. This whole stream series is all about taking my balance from zero to the end, and I'm just like slugging my way through it. Thank you so much. You play some Wiz too, Just Me? That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, I'm doing pretty okay, but I know towards the end, I believe, like in the last dungeon here, I usually open last dungeons for anybody who wants to come in and give me a shot, give me help, you know, on those, because those are much better to go through with teams. Oh, you're 86 in the main? That's awesome. I just hit 83 myself. What? Oh, yeah, and if you're, what is this my main character? Right now, this is my main character. My highest rank wizard at the moment is my Storm Wizard, but he's just kind of saying Chrysalis. I was just kind of letting him sit there for a while. You're max on your fire. That's awesome. I think I'll probably end up making my balance max first out of all my guys right now. Level 95. Thanks, Just Me. Ah, I know you're Death Zenga Vlad. He is like the death. The death. What would you call him? The death prophet. He loves talking death. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, Winter Nerd. I'm going to have a great stream today. You're maxing the Storm. Yeah, Storms, those guys are like off the hook when they're maxed out. The amount of damage and stuff they can do, it's kind of crazy. Very, very nice. Awesome. Very good. Nice to see so many people in the chat. So yeah, hopefully everybody else has been having a good afternoon as well. So what's been going on in my... Well, let me just tell you a little bit about myself, since I see so many new viewers sitting there. I'm a science teacher. I teach junior high science, and I love playing games. So I stream a few times a week. This is one of my 4 streams of the week. 2 streams are always my balance wizard, because this is the big thing that I'm working through, and 2 streams are my Minecraft Let's Play world that I run. So I run a Let's Play world with on a vanilla server, and we're getting ready to reset that server actually this week. I'm doing my final world tours on my YouTube channel. My YouTube has all of my Let's Play series and stuff there. Ooh, science was your best subject in high school. That's awesome, Just Me. Are you like doing something for science in college now? That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I like to do. I'm working on different tutorial formats. Well, hey, maybe we can collect some more gems now with some more people in the fight here. That's going to be nice. But yeah, I do some tutorials, Let's Plays, both on Wizard101 and Minecraft. And I love doing videos. I love doing streaming with you guys and getting to know a bunch of different great people out there. So super excited to be here. And so that's just a little bit about me, you know. Hopefully I'll get to know a little bit more about you guys today. Okay, so if you were in college but you went to trade and now I'm working, hey, that's the way to go, you know. My brother, he did basically the same thing. He went to trade, and he's now second. He's like the second in charge of a air conditioning company, you know. And during the summers, you know, since I'm a science teacher, I get summers time off and stuff. I'll go help him install air conditioning equipment and stuff with him as well. So that's a great way to go, Just Me. And he makes good money. He makes more money than I do all year. He has his contractor's license and stuff. So if you want to help, I can come in on my 91. I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Zenga. I know the closer we get to level, I'll definitely want to play with you. I'm looking forward to it. Sophia Michelle, thank you so much for the follow. That is awesome. Been a fantastic stream so far. Thanks, you guys. Okay, maybe I'll get the gems in this fight right now. This is kind of dragging me out here today. Okay. Very good. Well, that's awesome. I haven't had such a big raid ever. I appreciate you guys popping in, and thanks for all the new follows. Pretty cool stuff. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let me take stock of where I am. Sometimes I'll get talking so much, I'll forget what I'm doing in the game. Has that ever happened to you guys before? Nice. Love the little happy face you got going there, Sophia Michelle. Very nice. Michelle. That is the middle name of my oldest daughter. I love that name. That's why we gave it to her. But her first name's Kalani, so we call her Kalani Michelle. But there you go. Very good. Oh, Zeng, before you finish as tech, I might be in the end game of Polaris even start Mirage. Yeah, if you're moving pretty fast, Zeng, that might happen. Yes, you are right about that. Okay. Yep, no power pips for me either. No power pips for me. Okay, very good. So, hey, I did throw out a question to the chat. I usually like to do a overarching question each hour we're on, and my question to the chat today was, do you own any pets? You know, what kind of pet do you have? What's their name? I'd love to know a little bit more. Yeah, Michelle, pretty interesting. People do Chrysalis in one day, so I can do it in 2 or 3 with my duo if he's up to it. Yeah, Zenga, you probably could. Easily. Me, I'm just kind of working through it. So you have over 100 quests left in Polaris. That's awesome. Survive the Ark. Cool stuff. That's nice. Maybe I'll get the gems out of these guys. I want those gems. 2 more gems left. Very good. Well, good. It sounds like we got some, some high-level whiz people in the chat today. That's killer, since I was talking about pets. Ooh, working on your way through Chrysalis. Very nice. Very nice. How much do we got? You know what? That might be enough. If I can go ahead and crit on this. You can do like 60 or 70 per day if you try hard. Yeah. Non-Polaris, sorry. I think Polaris is in here. Yep. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, just working through as a stream series, having a good old time with my guys. Probably the pet, the pet that I think I've enjoyed most is after I left my parents' house, we didn't have any pets for quite a long time. And so just a few years ago, when we moved back to Texas, because I used to live in Oregon, because I used to run a Guitar Center store up in Oregon. So we moved back to Texas a few years back, and that was before I was teaching, and we moved back to Texas, and we got ourselves a couple cats because we had a couple of rodents, and the best way to get rodents is a couple of cats. And so my wife named the older cat Nutmeg, and that cat was awesome. We had that cat for 10 years. She was great. Okay, quests and oh yeah, they're talking quests down in the chat. That's pretty awesome. Hey, Twisting. Oh wow. Okay, I'm going to call you Twisting. Hello, people. How you doing? So you did like 20 quests so far. They're talking quests. Pretty awesome. Okay, and I don't have anything, so I'll just wait. Yeah, they're going to finish them off. Yep. So yeah. Yep. So that pet, Nutmeg, she was a tabby, nice old girl. She was pretty good, and she took care of all of our stuff. And in the interim, we got a few different pets. Like we had a little kitten that grew up called that we called Twisty, and that poor little girl. We moved, and she had to become an outside cat, and she never made the transition. Unfortunate, and so we lost her after about a year or so. Okay. Oh, you have an uncapped named Snowy. She has the same name because she blends in with the... Oh, that's awesome. We had a white cat when I was little. We called him Max. I was talking about that earlier. That's awesome. Survived the Ark. Very, very good. Okay. Now we have to go to the Alphen stashes. Let's go do the other one. Very nice. Okay. Well, not questing now, but you're doing a duo-only thing that you play on your death.
Light up with a magical glow. There is a soft rumble of thunder.
There we go. Look at all that water coming down. Very nice. Very nice.
The waterfall splashes merrily.
I bet
and
you we
a
got
cool
that
mist
water now.
rises. The pool of radiance is replenished.
Pretty cool. Yeah, Zenga, I understand that duo thing. My other wizard that I play a lot is my myth wizard, but since I only play him when my daughter's online and we're playing, she does a storm wizard, I do a myth wizard.
You think you've collected enough water to
We haven't
heal
played for a
any
while. We
wound?
played a couple weeks ago. Hopefully we'll get some more plays in. She's pretty stressed. She has a lot of schoolwork to do, so we're not playing much right now. But yeah, I only play him when I'm doing a duo with her too. So, yeah.
What do you know? I was only
Oh.
mostly dead. I'm
It's
going to have to
going
revise that theorem.
You revise that theorem then, okay?
Now, why are you here? To find the lady, of course. Nothing could be simpler.
Ah. Yeah, well, we could, Zenga.
The
Or-
Lady of the Lake has been trapped above the waters of
Nimue,
Nimue, in the halls of the Dolores Tower.
That might be interesting,
There is a
Zenga.
magical path
Might be
that
interesting.
leads over the water
If you
to
want
the
to do a
Dolores
duo,
Tower,
Zenga,
but the
what
secret is guarded by the
um
Abbot of Whitehaven.
which school would you want to play? So how long have I been playing Wiz? Well,
Black
my
Annie Strangler, chase off the Strangler
my-
goblins.
my
and remove
Wiz-
the bundles of kindling. The Abbot will know.
I've been
you
playing
are
Wiz
friend.
for since about 2008. So I've been playing for quite a long time. Ooh, we could do something like that. I don't know. I'll think about that, Zenga. I'll think about that. But yeah, to answer twisting, yeah, I've been playing for about 10 years now. I remember when me and my daughter first playing, and I remember when Dragonspire was brand new, and because that was now the new ending part of the arc. I remember when they brought in the bear place, Grizzleheim and everything. And so my first wizard was a myth wizard. I've restarted him, and that's what I play with my other daughter now. But I played with my oldest daughter, who she just graduated this May. Pretty excited for her. She's a mechanical engineer. Hopefully she can find a job, although the market's kind of tough right now. But we're holding our hopes high for her. We're really proud of her. But when we first started, I had a myth, she had a death, and we went from 0. We maxed our wizards out. I think max level at the time was level 50. Kid you believe that? Level 50 max. And that was good times. Yeah, I will let you know. Okay, I will go ahead and grab your friend code since it's up here, Zenga, and we'll see about that. Yeah, so about 10 years now. And I've maxed wizards out before. It's just I haven't gone to the full 130 max since the updates on this one. Okay, so I got you marked now, Zenga. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and I don't need all these guys in here. Yeah, there we go. We'll pass on that and move on to the next. See some veterans still playing. Yeah, you know what? This is a great game. I mean, it's like any game. Sometimes you got to take a break for it. So, I mean, there are many times where I took like a year or two off and then jumped back into it. But, since 2008, been playing quite strong. And once I started really working a lot on my YouTube channel, which was about 2 years ago, I started getting back in, and I've been playing pretty regularly now for the last 2 years. Originally started playing with my daughter a lot with my myth character, and then in March made a conscious decision. I really wanted to do a lot of streaming, and I thought a great opportunity would be to play a balance wizard, because that's the one wizard I have never played with. And so back at the end of March, we went ahead and started a brand new wizard, and I started doing the solo stream with him. And so basically, this is kind of like a stream series with me from 0, and we're going to take him all the way. Why, Daniel, I have not seen you in chat forever. Wow, yeah, you remember when the cap was 50? Yeah, it was a long time ago. I will too, Zenga. Give me a little bit as we're working through and doing some chatting. We'll definitely chat your gear. Yeah, Daniel, I remember you telling me you used to play a long time ago too. Yeah, absolutely. So happy to see you. How you been doing? You haven't been in one of my streams, or at least you haven't been in chat for a while. Don't know about if you've lurked to stream or not, but I know you haven't been in chat for a while. So hopefully you're doing pretty good. Zenga, your character was on the 50 cap and played Dragonspire 30%, and then you started to duo. Cool. Very nice. Grab some drink here. Awesome, Twisting. I appreciate the follow there. Thank you so much. Well, what's your top wizard, Twisting? Kind of curious about that. How many max wizards do you have? If you've been playing that long and still playing, I bet you have at least a couple. I think I'm going to turn this balance guy into my first max wizard unless I can get my daughter to play more myth, and then we might get my myth there too. Oh, haven't been on Twitch lately? Yep, I agree with you there. Well, you know, it's very, very good to see you. But you're doing great. I think everything's been really, really good. Aside from like last week, I missed a couple streams because I got myself a migraine like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. So I missed two of my streams last week. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Or can you play with me and get a Life Storm max? Maybe. Makes me sound like a no life, but I have a max of each school. Plus another account. You are hardcore twisting. So you got 2 accounts. You got a max on each one. Wow, that's pretty awesome. What am I doing? I forgot what I'm doing. Yes, I was getting the wisp. That's what I'm doing. Well, that's pretty cool. I bet you're the guy to talk to. Absolutely, about most questions in Wiz. If you've gone through it all that many times, you've got some knowledge. Can you power level me and a buddy? No, I don't think I got any of that going on, Zenga. Sorry. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this going here. Boom, boom, boom. Just me. Yeah, wow. That's a ton of max levels there. That's pretty cool. That is pretty neat. You know, one thing I like about streaming Wiz is there's so many neat Wiz players in the Twitch community. It's fun getting to know you guys and meeting you. Twist cam, though. Chrysalis. Yeah, very nice. Yep. My goodness, what's going on here? Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and get... we already got one of those guys up. We'll go ahead and do this. And we will wait. Okay, so you figured a way that you can have Waterworks gear while still questing in Mushu. Wow. Makes you a little bit OP I would think so. Waterworks gear is pretty strong stuff to have in Mushu, you know. Honestly, though, if you're doing all your side quests and everything, you can level up pretty quick. You know, I think I remember in Dragonspire, I was getting pretty close to level 60 while I was still in Dragonspire from what I remember, you know. So, I mean, if you're doing a ton of those, that's pretty neat. How would you do that, Twisting? I would love to hear how you would do that. Not that I don't think I would want to play that way. I really enjoy going through and leveling up. I like playing the game for the game. I haven't gotten to the point where I like to try to get around the game and exploit as many glitches as I possibly can. But that's neat to know. Oh no, I'm getting ifrited. Okay, so once you get through Mushu, there is enough power leveling dungeons to get to 60. That doesn't surprise me. I think you're right. Power, yeah. Well, I am stuck here. Let's not put up another blade for a moment. Okay, enough to get you to 60. Then once you get to 60, they give you the quest, and then you can go ahead and do some grind there, and you can go ahead and knock that out. I can see it. Oh, man, I don't want all this stuff. Yeah. Let's pass. Pass one more time. Maybe I'll get a wand hit in, and then we can go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so you've only done this with the second account. Main account with all the wizards was full game, how it's meant to play. Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I mean, I think it's kind of cool to find those little areas that allow you to get a little bit ahead. I mean, I do every side quest on mine because I like getting those extra levels because I like going into things a little OP. Plus, I like the cute little storylines off of each of the side quests. I've always been a big side quester. During stream, I do stick to the main quest though. I don't do a whole lot of exploring off the main quest during stream. Okay. Oh, a max death damage looks like. That could be interesting for sure. Okay, let's see here. So, Zenga wants to see that max death. I don't think I got a max death. I know we now know Twisting does. We have a guy who got all the max going on. Okay, maybe the Sandstorm will finish him off. Okay, let's take a look at Zenga's stats here real quick. Oops. No. My bad. Let's see here. That's today. Yeah, Max, you're rocking the the gear there. Let's inspect and let's take a look. 87 damage there, a level 91. Pretty sweet there, Zenga. Pretty cool. Uh-huh. Solo survival, yeah. Me, I like solo survival. Okay, so, well, it looks like I'm waiting for a couple more pips to get this one knocked out. Nice, nice, guys. Okay, so, yeah, so while we're talking max death mass damage in the chat, if anybody else wants to hop in the chat, you know, the question of the hour is, do you have a pet? Are you a pet person? What kind of pet do you have? Uh-huh. You know, and what do you like most about and what's its name, and what do you like about your pet? You know, at my house, my daughter has a dog. We call her Luna. She's kind of a mix between a blue heeler and a little bulldog. You know, but she's adorable. She loves going out there and hunting birds. She's a great one. Uh-huh. Ah, there you go. Very good. So, yeah, so that's one of the pets we have here at the house. Now, one of the reasons I'm kind of bringing up the pet question, you know, is that we are getting ready to look at cats. We are going to get a new cat for the house, and I'm pretty excited about that. We haven't had a cat now for about a year. The last cat we had was a stray that I picked up when he was a little kid, and his name was Shadow, and he was great. He was this gray little cat. But I'll tell you what, I never had a cat that would get himself so beat up. You know, he would go outside and he'd show up. I'm pretty sure he got bit by a snake twice. He had a cat and some fish. It's awesome, Zenga. He got bit by a snake twice. We know that he was being harassed by the local bully boy cat, Tomcat, who was wandering around. And so I can remember several times hearing him in a cat fight outside in the yard. You know, he was having a hard time, and then he just disappeared one day. Cats do that, you know. They'll disappear, and then it's like, oh, what happened to him? Okay, we got to get rid of this kindling. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of the kindling. Okay, so we can, doing something about fires here. Okay. Oh, swing out of that. Okay, through the tunnel. There we go. That's how we get to the other side, through the tunnel. Okay. There we go. That's a kindling. Let's go ahead and shut it down.
What a sinister plan to smoke the abbot out. As you remove the last of the kindling, the door opens and the abbot emerges.
Very good. Oh, you have the best part. Blue Yeti is in the chat now. I want to be a stud. Yeah? You have the standard part. All I need is you. Interesting. Okay. So.
Thank you for your help.
Interesting.
Loyal to Avalon and the great Queen Gwendolyn.
Yeah, I think I didn't understand any of that.
You might need some help with this one.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you for your help.
Are
you somebody loyal to Avalon and the good Queen
That's
Gwendolyn?
me. I'm loyal to Avalon, for sure.
You need to consult with the Lady of the Lake.
Okay, consult with the Lady of the Lake. Okay, I don't got any of that. Okay.
To restore power, you have to
vanquish the foul skurkers, poisoning Lake Nume, destroy pigs of affluent. Okay.
Return there when you've accomplished those tasks, eh?
Okay.
The short of it is defeat the foul skurkers, then destroy the kegs of effluent. Talk to the abbot when you're done.
I love it. Love Wizard101 and the way they do their storylines. I mean, I've seen some YouTubers complain about storylines and whether they're strong enough. I don't know how well they're I don't know. I think they're pretty awesome myself. Okay, do we have to go through here? Let's see. Ooh, okay, there we go. So let's go find these foul skurkers. Okay, good, they're myth. So we can go ahead and use the same strategy with these big bearded fellows right over here. Awesome. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we're getting ready to look for a new cat. Now, there's a few opinions in my house as to what type of cat we want to get and what we're hoping to get out of this. The big deal is we like cats because cats take care of rodents. Big fan of cats because most cats will end up hunting rodents. Although my daughter is making a case that her dog has done a great job of taking care of birds and she's actually caught a mouse or two, so maybe we don't need the cats. But, you know, I mean, who doesn't like a cat who will come over there, sit with you, you can snuggle it. It's really good for these times, you know, really, really, really nice and comforting. I know my oldest boy, his name's Jonathan, he's wanting a cat especially so that he can sit there and pet on the cat and love on the cat. You know, cats are great for that type of stuff, especially if you get a cat that enjoys that. Now, you know, I can remember one of our old cats that we called just the cat when I was a kid. He could care less. He didn't want to get involved with you at all. So he wouldn't let you get pet him, or he wouldn't hang out with you. You know, he would just kind of want to move on to the next thing. But our last couple cats, like Shadow I was telling you about, great little cat. He loved to sit with you, you know, let you pet him and everything. In fact, he was best friends with my daughter's dog. They used to hang out with each other and play, you know. Big old dog, little kitty cat. They had tons of fun. You know, it was kind of sad when we lost, when Shadow disappeared and we didn't have him anymore. So that was unfortunate. Okay, so here we are. We are trying to go ahead and defeat some of these skirkers. Skirkers? Yeah, that's what they're at. Okay, Chrysalis Roost, spiral doors, lots of good stuff going on there. So yeah, the question is, if you want to join in chat is wide open. Question of the day to my chat is, you know, what kind of pet do you have? What's the name of your pet? You know, what do you love most about your pet? You know, and like I said, you know, kind of just wanting to hear from everybody. You know, we're about to go look at some cats at the shelter, and you know, my wife wants to just get a fully grown cat. You know, I'd like to get a cat and a kitten, although she's not too thrilled about two. she doesn't want us to bring two home. She'd rather just be one. So we're gonna have to roll the dice on that one and see if we can pull off two, or we'll be stuck with just the one cat or not. Not sure yet. I'm not sure how that's all going to roll. Very nice. Okay, Ra, well, you know, that's okay, but I really need you to critical more often. Ooh, another hit there. Very good. Okay, so let's see here. I love in this section of Avalon right here at the lake where you're all sunny on one side of the lake, then you go to the other side of the lake, and then it gets all crazy dark and everything. Okay, so let's see here. These, you know, one of the things I liked when first going through Avalon was a lot of the new mob designs that they added in, such as these guys here, because I think this was the first place where we saw those particular mob designs, and I always thought they were pretty interesting. Ooh, do I got Myth Guy who's sitting in the fight with me? Not bad. It's always good when somebody else jumps in, and especially on these defeat or just these straight up defeats or defeat and collects, because if you have a partner there with you, you can grab an extra mob, and a lot of times that'll help you collect a lot quicker, or could help you finish the quest a lot quicker in case you have to defeat a certain number of them. And that's don't mind that at all. Absolutely, really do enjoy that. Okay. Also, guys, chat is open up. Anything that's on your mind does not necessarily have to be Wizard101 focus, but we are here to have a good time, and I do enjoy talking and getting to know each and every one of you. So everybody that's been in the chat, that's been pretty awesome. I especially want to do a shout out to Twisting, Sophia, Michelle, Jade, CS5, Survive the Ark. I appreciate you guys giving me a follow today. Thank you so much. And I also want to say, hey, everybody who subbed for me, thank you so much for the subs. You guys have really helped me out this month, and I do appreciate that. Hopefully you guys are doing well too. Okay. So what's going on? Yep. Nice. Yeah, he did pretty good. Him and his frog. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite spells with my myth characters. I love frogging guys. Okay, so we got 3 of 4, so we still need one more. So let's go ahead and get ourselves in another foul skirker fight, because I got to get another foul skirker. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, now let's do this right. Let's get all that up. Sophia, very much. Love your emojis. So, tell me about your favorite wizard guys while you're out there. You know, which wizard or which school wizard did you enjoy the most? Because it sounds like some of you guys in the chat, you guys got multiple max level wizards. You know, what is your favorite wizard and what got you up there? Oh, what's that? What play style are you going for with the balance? Well, Thank you, Twisting. With this guy right now, I've been going for a critical play style. So instead of wearing the standard Waterworks gear, I've got the Poseidon gear, which gives me an extra boost in criticaling, and that's been the strategy I've been using in Avalon and last half of Safari, and it's been pretty good to me so far. I do like it. You love Storm. That's awesome, Sophia. I have a level 98 Storm that I go back to like once a week or so and play a few things and get frustrated and then, you know, take a break from him. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so so with him, yeah, right now I've been doing a critical style, but I'm actually going to switch it up when I hit level 90. Have you tried the zigzag gear yet? More offensive version of the Waterworks? You know, I was going to go through it, and then I got the Poseidon quest, and then when I eventually went through Poseidon, I got, you know, I saw how much that raised my critical level, and that combined with running Vengeance, I was doing really good just going with the critical strategy. You know, and yeah, I did look at the zigzag gear. It's cool gear, and I actually farmed zigzag a couple times. I went through zigzag about 3 times, didn't get a single piece of gear, so I figured it would probably take a while to get that farmed out. And I can't remember at the time why I decided not to. There was a reason. There was a reason why I ended up not doing it in the end. Not that it's not bad gear, because I do like the zigzag gear. I thought it was pretty cool. I think you know, I think by that time I'd actually run through Atlantia and got the Poseidon helmet and robe really quickly. And when I threw that, I'm all, hey, yeah, this stuff's good. I like this. And I also got the spear from Atlantia, which gives you that plus 64 to your critical as well. And so it actually gave me a pretty significant critical advantage that I thought was worth going for. So that's been my strategy so far. But at level 90, well, you know, I was going through defeating the squid, and I got myself an exalted death amulet. So I was thinking about trying that out, training up a whole bunch of death spells, and going hybrid. I was going to look at some of the crafted gear that gives you like a balance and death hybrid, and see what I could do at level 90 with that, because that actually really kind of interested me, to work a higher level hybrid guy. Well, if you need some help to run it, and I'll come run you through. Fantastic. Yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. You know, I've done more studying on gear since I've been running this balance guy than I think I ever have with any of my other wizards. So I've been learning a lot about the game and different ways I can approach it. And you know, like I used to be when I first started the game, you know, I don't think I had a good idea what half of the stuff meant, but I don't think I really quite understood how well you could build up damage through your traps and through your blades in the early game. And so, you know, I remember me and my daughter, we were just running through and we played for fun and we had a good old time. I don't think I was any good at it, you know, compared to what I see a lot now. But it made me start thinking more and more different types of strategies and different ways to run through the game. I think we've had some good discussions of this on chat over the time. You know, like my daughter, she's playing Storm and I'm playing my myth character with her. She's going with a really straight-on damage strategy with her wizard. I think she does like, for instance, right now she's actually thinking about just going and crafting straight up Avalon gear, because she doesn't want to go through Waterworks and have to go through Waterworks. She's wearing the Winter Tusk gear, which is still pretty decent gear. Has some good advantages, but she likes the damage method. And I mean, for the longest time, I was a very, very strong damage proponent. That's how I built my characters up, is try to get the highest amount of damage on them and go that way. But then, you know, as I was playing my balance wizard, you know, and I decided to try and I got the Poseidon gear, it made me start thinking, well, what could I do if I was focusing on trying to get as many criticals as I wanted? And so I started a critical strategy with him, and you know what? It's actually worked really, really well for me. I would say it's working better for me through Zafaria and through Avalon than I'm having an easier time with my balance character in both those worlds than my Storm character did. So, okay, so now we have to go take care of the keg of Effluent. Let's go do this. Okay. Okay, the other guy beat me to it. Okay, he might have. Destroy. Oh, yeah, he already destroyed. I got to redestroy him. That's what happened. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now you're ready to destroy. Boom. Yeah, I think the other guy, that other guy was there first. Yuck. Yeah, it is yucky, for sure. Okay, let's go talk to the abbot, who speaks who speaks that great dialect of England, and let's learn a little bit more about what he needs us to do next. Okay, Abbot Ian.
My highest compliments. You're a better servant than the noble
King of Artorias. Great. What realm are you in? Oh. Well, let's see.
My highest compliments. You are truly a servant of noble King Artorias.
I'm in Bernie, and Bernie's full. I'm going to go to a smaller realm. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so I jumped into... What realm did I just jump into? Now I am in Torrance. I'm in Torrance, which is great. It's a quieter realm. I'd rather be in a less crowded realm.
You're a better servant than the noble
okay. There we go.
My highest compliments.
Yeah, I got that.
Additionally, you think you are finally beginning to understand the abbot's accent.
I'm picking up on
the Lady of the Lake has been reduced, she's not without her allies.
Okay, you got
the
that.
Seraph Guardian of the Dolores Tower will attack anyone who comes near, unless you show that you are a friend.
Okay.
Get a branch from the olive tree and signal the Seraph from the shoreline.
That's what we need to
Tell
do.
me when you've done this.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a branch of this olive tree. I bet you it'll be over there by the... Oops. Always grab those reagents when you see them. Sometimes I'm moving so fast I don't see them. That's okay. Okay, here we go. One olive tree right over here. Okay, now let's go to the shoreline. Over this way and up around this way. There we go. There we go. Ah, here we go. One shoreline.
You step up to the shore and wave the olive branch slowly toward the Seraph sees you.
There we go. The Seraph sees me.
Sword in salute.
Fantastic. That's what we want. Now let's go talk to the abbot again. Wonder what Cody's doing up there. Interesting. Okay. Very, very good. Okay, so we are definitely moving through the story here.
You've made a friend.
Fantastic. Oh, Cody is you twisting. Fantastic. No, I don't mind if you add it all. Absolutely.
There's a signal horn hanging from a tree, now covered and choked by goblin cud. Once you see the signal horn, sound it to show you the path over Lake Nimue. You'll have to deal with Black Annie. Now, she holds the iron key to the Dolores Tower. With it, you can enter and find the lady.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's go find that kudzu vine at the lake shore. Okay, I figured that. Now I don't mind adding. I've got a bunch of people in chat who have added to this wizard for quite a while. It's gonna be fun when I get to the right levels and everything.
You rip away the goblin kudzu vines.
They are sharp,
sticky with a
dark sap.
That stings. You clear enough to get to the...
There we go.
There is the signal horn.
Got it? So do we signal? Yeah, I think we signal.
You reach the signal horn
and raise it to your lips. Let's do it.
The sound is low and long. It announces you are here, and all the sound echoes around the shore. Long after you lower the horn, a path reveals itself, leading across the water.
Ooh, I love this. I love the way that they worked this part of the game. It's so cool. And so now we got Black Annie in the Baba Yaga style hut, except instead of chicken legs, it's spider legs. Or crab legs. I guess those are crab legs. Seems like crab legs. You know, not quite the Baba Yaga. Okay, let's see who we got in here. I bet you we got a boss. Black Annie, maybe?
A visitor! So pretty! Your presence warms my sanguine heart.
Well, that's fantastic.
Now I'll roast your heart on a spit.
Okay, let's go ahead and play this smart. Let's throw some storm shields in there. Oops. Let's actually put the right deck on there first. There we go. That's our puppy. And we'll leave a frost branch in there just in case. And, yeah, there we're good. Okay, survive the arc. She cheats. Ooh. How does she cheat, survive the arc? Because I forgot to check that out. What is her cheat? I would love the skinny on that. Ooh, or I guess I could look it up. What is her cheat? Let's hear Annie. Okay. Okay, she creeps me out so much. Yeah, I agree with you, Sophia, very much. She does creep me out. Survive the... Oh, she hits you every round. Oh, is it one of those? I hate those. Oh, I hate those. Okay, so she hits you every round you don't hit. Cheats are take a max level in and take her out. Yeah, I think, you know what? Cody was just outside the door. So Cody, if you are available, why don't you come on over, you know, and come on in with me, because then we can both take her down. That's just like one of the cheats I'm not thrilled at, and I'm not necessarily well made for that. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do a call. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's go in then. Yeah, that's like one cheat that annoys me, is trying to hit him like block. I can't tell you how many times I hit my head against block before I finally figured out a strategy to deal with him with my storm guy. Died to him way too many times. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good here. Very nice. Now, I guess... Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Why not? Oh, they put us on this side. Okay, there we go. The cheating bosses are great. Just love the cheating bosses. Oh, see, I would have messed up already. Oh, what the hey? Maybe she'll... No. I messed up already. See, I just don't think so well. Okay, now that I've got her cheating mind in my head, maybe we'll do a little bit better. Yeah, that is a creepy design, Sophia. I agree. They did really well on her, you know. But yeah, she's super creepy. Super creepy, Annie. Oh, all those poor Annies that are out there. My gosh. There we go. Okay. Oh, nice. Stun right out of the back. Okay. Oh, my deck is not set up for this mess. Okay. Well, Neris hits all the time. Let's pull Neris out. Okay, so what else is going on? Wow, check it out. We are in hour number 2 of the stream. So if you guys are just hopping in, I'm right now working with my bounce wizard. We're going from 0 all the way to max level, having a good old time. And goal today is hopefully we can get to the last dungeon here in Avalon. That's what I'm shooting for. So with every hour, I love to throw out a question to the chat. Okay, and let's see here. I love this question because I'm a big music person. If you don't, some more of my background. I haven't always been a teacher, although I have been teaching now for about 8 or 9 years. This is my second career, and actually streaming is kind of like turning into a third fun career, you know. Probably would have been better coming in on a hitter. It's okay. We'll get them taken care of. Okay. Yeah. And so what I was saying about that is, you know, for about 12 years, I worked for a company called Guitar Center, and I was in their pro audio recording keyboard department, and I did a ton with music, sold lots of guitars, sold lots of recording systems, lots of club and church designs for live sound and everything. So the question I'm throwing out to you guys, and this is why it was pretty cool, okay? If you had intro music, whenever you walked into a room or showed up on chat for even, what would your intro song be, guys? If you had some intro music going on, what would your intro song be? That's the question of the arrow. Okay, so Twisting's telling us. Problem with it, yeah, hitter might have been better. These stats are not made for being a main hitter. Oh, that's okay. A max balance. That's a max balance. That's awesome. Someday, may I attain that rank with Mr. Sandhammer here. That's what we're looking for. So, question of the hour is, if you had a theme song or a main song that played every time you came into the room, what would that song be? And what does that say about you? Yeah, exactly. I've had to think long and hard about that, so I can't wait to hear from somebody, some of you guys in the chat. You know, do you have a song like that? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, now we're going against Annie and we're going against the other guy. You know, she hasn't really been hitting me every round I don't hit, so I guess... So, I haven't experienced that cheat from her yet. Yep. Ellie Death Talon is offline. I can't remember when I friended her. I friend so many different people. Okay. Ah, yes, that was Zenga, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Zenga. Very nice. Okay, what do we got going on here? We got... Looks like they're going to take out my guy. Oh, survive. That's what she did to me. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm just not experiencing it. That's not a fun cheat. That's why I took it seriously and I didn't mess around with it. Because that's not a fun cheat to be hit with, is one where you gotta, like, you know, Balak was really terrible because he'd raw you every single time that you didn't hit him. Oh, yep, she's dead. Yep. Oh, Judgment's bringing the pain. I bet you there's not much left of her now. Bye-bye, Annie. Well, good. I think I'll hit the other one then. Wow, this fight's definitely going quicker than it would have if I was just soloing it. Hey, how do you guys like my new minion, Neris Barbed Heart? I picked her up between last stream and this stream. I finally figured out where that quest was and got it taken care of. It was like, oh. And she's already been useful to me in some side questing fun. Oh, come on. I just need a couple more pips, and I've got him done. Very nice. Oh, there you go. That's a nice feint. Plus 80? Ooh. Very cool. Okay, so. Nice. Let's see here. Ra probably will just finish him off. So let's go ahead and Ra him. Excellent. I get to kill something. That's a big deal. I like hitting things. Ooh, critical and everything. Wow, that's a nice feint on that one. I bet you that's a feint with one of those enchants on it. That's pretty cool. And
petty treacherous wizard. Oh, may you face 1,000 deaths. Take this blasted iron key and be done with me.
Fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so we got the iron key. I'm just going to look around in here for a moment more, just because I don't like to miss things like birds. This is why I do these things, because I don't want to have to come back and get these quests later. That's not anything important, is it? No. It's just an old rug. Okay. Anything on this side? No. Okay, time to get out of here. This is a creepy building with odd writing all over the place. Yeah, let's not be here anymore. Okay, very good. Alrighty, so now let's go to Dolores' tower, which is over this way. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to the tower. So we got Black Annie out of the way.
As you approach the Dolores
there
tower,
she is.
You feel the Seraph Guardian watching you closely. She gives you a hint of a smile,
she's smiling like that.
You should enter the tower.
I'm good. Let's enter this tower. Let's get in there. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Let's just take a look. Okay, we got the big stone in the center. Very neat. And there's Lady of the Lake. There she is. Wow, best looking mermaid on the server. Here we go.
A glorious wizard and a knight of the weird, both in one. Truly, this is a portentous day.
Fantastic.
Course I was expecting you, clever child.
Awesome.
None other than an apprentice of Merle Ambrose could have freed
me,
or found Queen Gwendolyn, or defeated the Bane Worm.
The Bane Worm.
Come, gaze upon the stele of Nicol and see what name is prophesied to restore Avalon.
Okay, let's go stare at a rock and see what it tells us.
As you approach the floating stele of Nicol, you feel an immense power.
Immense power.
Pushing down upon you.
Awesome.
There is a hum of energy.
There we go. I love the cinematics.
And a flash upon the stone.
There it goes. I like that. Oh, it's my name. How cool is that? There we go.
Glorious, no? You have come to ask me about the
Sword of Kings. You've got
I
it.
have returned it to its place of rest in Castle Avalon.
Okay.
Do not fear. The Pendragon cannot draw
he is
it,
tainted.
for he is tainted.
Yes.
The sword waits until you are ready.
Okay, so we get to face the wild hunt. That's what we got to do.
Meet me outside this Tower of Sorrow.
It's a cool tower, though. Okay. Well, that's it. We have freed Nimue, so I guess she's going to give us the plan for getting in there and taking out the wild hunt. Lakeshore, that will hurt. Oh, if you need any help, I've jumped over to fire. Thank you. I will. Well, let's just go ahead and add it in. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Yes. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, just in case. Okay, so... Oh, there she is. Gotta talk to her out here. Okay. Talk to me, girl.
2 more nightly shrines you must visit before you will be
Okay, 2 more shrines. That's what we gotta do. Okay.
One is here, the other harder to reach. But first things first.
Let's do this.
We need to restore the shrine to mercy of a gentle rain from above upon the place beneath on both givers and takers. The stag chargers on the shore stole Mercy's shield, while the
Of course they did.
goblins have Mercy's sword. Will you get them back?
That's because none of these things are ever, in one piece. So we always gotta repair them. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, Strangler Goblins. Let's make sure we have the right deck on. I am terrible about remembering to change my decks sometimes. Okay. Let's do this. Strangler Goblins. Fire guys. These guys are easy. Not too much trouble there. Okay, so let's just go over the 2 questions so far for the stream. I like to do a question every hour. Love to hear from the chat. So question number 1 for the stream was, do you have a pet? What kind of pet is it? What's the name? What do you like most about your pet? So that was question number 1. And question number 2. Okay, question number 2 does take a change because being a music lover, I love to hear this stuff. If you had a theme song, if you had a song that you would love that you would love to play every time you entered the room, or if you hopped in on stream, what song would that be? Love to know a little bit more about you guys. So stream is wide open for anybody. If you want to talk something about the game chat is always open. But those are the 2 streaming questions of the day that I have for the first 2 hours. So both of them are still wide open. Let's go and pass and get some more. Hopefully we'll get a blade so we can just go ahead and knock these guys flat on their backs here in a minute. Awesome. Now, as far as theme songs, boy, gosh, what theme song would I... it's kind of funny. Sometimes theme songs change, Like when I listen to a lot, just a lot of music over the years. And I'll be honest with you, I love music from really classical stuff to really great classic rock to brand new songs that pop up from time to time on the radio, And I don't know, I guess, it's kind of, sometimes it's kind of hard to pick just one. I bet you that's what some of you guys are thinking is like, gosh, if I did have a theme song, what would it be? And I would have to say, probably one theme song that just comes up, that's just always there, that's just there, that's just a great song, is a Rolling Stones song called "Gimme Shelter." Just love that song, and just love the idea of that song playing. I've heard a few re-records, remakes of that song that have been really, really awesome. So that's a song that I would definitely use. But I don't think I always have one. Sometimes it depends on what kind of mood I'm in and everything. What my theme song might be when I enter the room. So I for a long time, it's for instance, there's a ton of Michael Jackson songs that I would use in a heartbeat that are pretty awesome. But then again, I love some of the new music that's coming out too. Such a zoning out there for a minute. Such as Found My Cheerleader. I forget the name of that song. That's a great song too. Let's see. Of course, I've had my cheerleader for quite a while. I think me and my wife, we are going on our 27th anniversary this year. So she's always been my cheerleader. Pretty excited about that. But anyways, would love to hear, what songs do you think might, you know, work for you? Okay, so we have to go fight some more stag chargers. And why would, gosh, these stag chargers got all the stuff. That's all I have to say. It won't let me under the lamp. Let me under the lamp. Just, I don't want to get into a fight that I don't have to get into. Okay. Ooh, stone. Stone, sorry. Gotta get the stone. Alrighty, so. Nice. Let's jump into this one, and let's take them down. Chat is wide open. Anything you want to chat about, or if you want to talk about the questions and engage in the chat, that's great too. Or if you're just there lurking, it's awesome to have you there in the chat, on the stream. Very cool. Starting off this era, I do also want to throw out some shout outs to Twisting, Sophia, Jade C, Survive the Ark, all for following me, and a special shout out to Winter Nerd for the raid. He's been in my chat several times. He followed me a while back, but I do appreciate that, Winter Nerd. You are great. And a quick shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. You make this stuff possible, and I do appreciate it very good. Okay, so let's go ahead. Very good. Okay, so very nice. Let's finish off these guys so that we can go ahead and move on. Okay, so Ra, let's go ahead, and if we can critical, we can get through this pretty quick. That would definitely be the way to go. Come on, there we go. I like seeing that. That's nice. And there we are. Does it do it? Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, I was just like jumping in my chat there for a moment, so. Oh, thank you again for the heart, Sophie. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Where am I at? I love getting hit by the Spirit of Winter. Okay, so we're almost done with this guy. Let's go ahead and throw a trap on him, and that way we can doubly make sure that we can finish him off with our sandstorm. Ra, too bad he had that shield on him. I knew you would have taken him out. Ooh, well, I'll just wait. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for the pips. That's what we're going to do, and then we're going to go ahead and hammer him. There we go. That should take him out. Right. Taunt. I forgot. That's doing the taunt on you every time it hits you, so... Now, taunt doesn't work so much with regular players, but it can work really, really well with mobs. And that's why we do that. Okay, so if no one else is going to ask a question, I'm going to continue to spam the chat with my name. What is your favorite school in Wiz? That's a good one. I think I brought that up. What is your favorite school, Twisting? I would love to go ahead and start it off. What is your favorite school, Twisting? My favorite school... I bet you can't guess what my favorite school is. Although I like this Balance guy a lot. Balance is not. So there's your heads up on that. But I will chat on schools. Let's talk about schools. My favorite school is actually my myth character. I love playing my myth character. It is so much fun to play, whether it's solo or playing in a group. Is he the strong support? No, but the nice part about myth is they can do some support things, and they can also be some pretty good hitters if they got everything laid out right in their decks. Not to mention, if you're dealing with a smaller group and you got a myth guy that's working his monstrology well, you can fill up your entire group with monstrology monsters too. So that is my favorite school. Myth always will be. That's my first wizard and my first and favorite school, although I do have wizards in most of them.
King Artorius once did.
Ah, yes, that's why I do what I do. Okay.
Restore the shrine to mercy. Your sharp eyes will see a portal appear leading beneath the waves.
Okay.
Do not fear. The portal will ensure you can breathe.
Oh, great.
I will meet you below to show you the path to the final shrine.
Sounds good. Okay, some more underwater action. Let's do this stuff. I like how he kind of walks to the side on this water path. There he goes. Now he's straightened up. Watch, he's going to turn again. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now, let's head over this way because we're fixing shrines. Here's one shrine right over here. Let's restore it.
You restore the shrine to mercy of a gentle rain from above upon the place
very nice.
On both givers and takers. You hear the crash of waves and see a portal rising up to
there we
reveal
go.
the way below.
Okay. Yep. So Myth is my favorite. What about you, Twisting? Do you have a favorite school? You've played them all. You've maxed them all. What is your favorite? Okay, lady, talk to me.
The Pendragon's foul magic even reaches under the lake's surface, this most sacred of places. He has done much harm to Avalon.
Well, then we're going to take him down,
The last shrine is located far beneath Castle Avalon. There is no way to reach it from above without facing the Pendragon.
Okay.
And he would kill you without the Sword of Kings.
Okay, no problem at all.
We will be sly and sneak you in from below. We must rebuild the broken teleporter arch. Defeat the drowned knight for the first piece of the teleporter arch.
Okay, so that sounds good. Let's go fight some drowned knight. Apparently we're going down this way. Around the corner. Ooh, we got some water spriggans. I guess they like that. Okay, here we go. The Cavern of Broken Virtues. What a great name. Cavern of Broken Virtues in deep water. Okay, so Twisting's talking. It depends on the mood, really. Can go Jade Life, Support Balance, Storm, or Fire Hitter. I enjoy all the schools at the moment. I know I've enjoyed playing them all for lots of different reasons. I agree. I can agree with that sentiment 100%.
Who dares come to this place of broken virtue and abandon hopes? This cave will be your tomb hereafter.
Yes, I'm sure it will be. Do I need all those shields? They won't hurt. Okay, very good. Yeah, so anybody else out there, favorite school? Any reason why you have a favorite school? Why do you like to play that particular wizard? We would love to hear from you there in the chat. Or if you want to chime in on any of the other questions that I have tossed out there, I would love to hear from you as well. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get some... well, it'll be okay. Yep. So, other questions are, do you have a pet? What kind of pet do you have? Why do you have that pet? If you want to do Wizard101, tell us about that favorite school of yours. Why do you like to play that school? Is there any particular aspects of it that you think that are challenging, that are neat? Or you could always give me that other answer, you know, what is your theme song? You know, what type of what song just gets you going that you would love to hear played when you walk into a room? Okay? Love to hear more from you guys. Chat is wide open at the time, so feel free to hop in. Okay, so looks like we are working on the drowned knight here. He has some puppy dog look over there. We've got ourselves a water elemental. We've dealt with water elementals quite a bit over time. Yeah, so it's not something unusual. Usually, and this one's storm like they usually are. Oh, yeah. Just hit me with the skeleton. Yep, and I knew a Kraken was coming. They always come. Okay. You know, the best part is when you do get those first strikes. Ooh, should we go for it? Let's go ahead and get a balanced blade up. That way, we're more assured to do more damage this round. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, he's doing one of my favorite death spells. I love Dr. Katzenstein's monster. Fantastic. I love the spell. I don't like getting hit by it, but boy, it's a cool spell. I remember when this spell first came out, it was like, where'd they get that spell? Who has that spell? That's a death spell? I want that spell. I remember the first time I saw it, it was like, oh, that is so cool. Yep, loving that. Okay. Alrighty, so negative okay. Let's you know what we're going to do? Let's do this because I'm pretty sure that's going to good chance of getting rid of that guy, and that's what we want to do. We want to get rid of that guy first. That way I'm not dealing with getting hit twice every round. Go, Chimera! Ooh, nice. Got a critical out of it, too. So we've got Larry, Bob, and Joe. I named the heads of my Chimera. Larry, Bob, and Joe. Larry's the lion, Bob is the dragon, and Joe is the goat. Larry, Bob, and Joe. Okay. Now we can get some serious work here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and toss both my raws. And let's just start. Might do a Spirit Blade. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where it goes from here. Okay, so let's build up our blades, and let's see if we can get a nice strong hit on the dog here. On the Drowned Knight, as he is named. Okay. Let's just do that. I bet you if we get everything straight up, we could even one-hit him. Single hit. Yeah, I bet you we could even single hit him. I just love the Death Ninja pigs. They're so much fun. Now, other schools that I'm pretty fond of, I really do enjoy Fire. Fire is such a fun school to play. If I was playing some Fire, I enjoy some other spells. Well, I enjoy all of the style of hits that they use, because theirs aren't just like one big slam like you would get with a like you would normally get with a storm. Those damage over time spells have such a huge advantage, especially against shields and traps. And it's so much fun to watch that just burn. The other side to Fire, though, is that you gotta have a little bit of defense on you too, because you gotta last long enough for those spells to actually do the damage you need them to do on them too. So that's the flip side to Fire, is making sure you stay long enough for that damage over time spell to finally to really do what it's there for. But Fire guys, they just have some really cool spells, really neat spells, and until you played a wizard from 0 all the way to the end, there's so many things that you don't get until you played that school. There we go. Let's go ahead and get her set up for that. Throw another trap on him. And we're going to go ahead and get this boost going. So each school, they have a lot of unique things that make them a lot of fun to play. I think that's why Wiz101 is such a replayable game. I know some things become a grind. Absolutely. On any game, you're going to find grinds on things. But the different schools allow you to approach it in so many different ways. I often don't have the same issues with that in Wizard101, because there's so many variety of different spells out there, and different characters level up in different ways. We're almost there. We just need one more, and we're ready to go. Yeah. So for instance, if I was playing my Storm, it is all about damage. Or at least that's the way I've played my Storm in the past. Getting that damage up really high, making a hit as soon as possible with the max amount of force to knock out whatever is over there before they get any number of hits in on you. That's the best way to play Storm. You got to kill them before they can finish you off, and that's always been that challenge there. Okay, Judgment. If you can critical, we might be done with this fight. Do we got a taker here? Let's find out. Oh, no critical. Well, that just means we extend the fight out a little bit longer. That's okay. Life goes on. Life moves on. Not bad, though. Almost 10 grand on that hit without a critical. So I'm pretty proud of the girl. Okay, it looks like we are going to need to be serious about getting a heal going on, because I do not want him to get a critical on me at the wrong moment. Okay, Fire plays similar to Storm. Yeah, they do. Similar damage and max critical, but more survival skills. Well, and I think they do play pretty similar, but a lot of times with Fire, you gotta have some sort of backup plan to last long enough in a fight. Storm, it's all about hitting that first hit. Hit it hard, get through it. With Fire, especially how a lot of spells are set up, a lot of times it's, hit them, and then make sure you have enough shields or whatever while you watch them burn. Or at least that's how I've always kind of felt about fire. I think they're pretty similar. Now, we could always add another question. This is like, what do you think is the best character to solo with? What is the best school that you can solo with in the game? That's another great game question. We've actually talked about it in stream, in chat quite a bit for a while. But what is the best solo school to go with? And there's lots of good opinions on this. I think a lot of people like to use Death. I think a lot of people will say Death is one of the best schools that you can solo with, and I believe a lot of the reasoning behind Death is there's a lot of regenerate when you attack, so you get a really good combination of that. Yeah, Death. Yeah, especially if you're new to the game, for sure. If you're not as familiar with all the mechanics, I would definitely agree Death is a good one to go with, just because you're less likely to have to be bogged down in a lot of things that make the game challenging, for sure. Okay, I think I gotta do another heal. That one didn't go so far. Okay. Yeah, Death's pretty good. Death's pretty good for sure. Let's just get rid of Chimera there. Okay. Yeah, Death's pretty good. Death would be, if you're new to the game, that'd be probably one of the best top schools to solo with. Now, if you want to have some fun, if you want to think strategy, I honestly really like Myth for doing soloing with. I really like the Myth school as a solo school, especially for somebody who's doing a lot of thoughtful processing. Who likes to really work the dynamics of the game that you have, especially with Monstrology. I think Monstrology is really, really good. One of the most complicated schools to play. That's a good question. As far as complicated schools, I would have to say, ooh, that is an excellent question. I think I would have to stick with, go back to what I was just talking about, Myth. I think Myth, you have to really think through what you're doing because of the way they layered the Myth character. You've got some good hits in there, but you don't hit as strong as Storm. You don't hit as strong as Fire. You're not going to be able to hit those numbers as quick or as fast. But what you have as advantage with Myth is being able to take advantage of other parts of the game, that other character classes can't, such as the Monstrology. Like right now, my bounce guy, I can have one minion with me, which is great. One minion's awesome. A lot of times, one minion will do the trick for you, But let's get rid of Ra. Let's get rid of that one. But the problem with that is, especially if you're in a fight with 4 mob bosses, those other 4 mob bosses, what makes those hard, especially with on 1 level play, is you get hit 4 times. That could destroy usually minimum half of your health before you even can cast a single spell, and that's what makes that difficult. Now, if you can do things that can mitigate that quickly, you stand a better chance. And Myth, because of the fact that you can pull up minions that can distract, and you can fill up with 4 minions with Monstrology, that can be a huge advantage that a lot of the other characters just do not have. I should have hit pass there. Okay. So I think Myth can be one of the more complicated schools to play, because to really make Myth shine, you've got to use other skills like Monstrology. And honestly, you need to be taking advantage of everything like pets as well to really make that. So I would say Myth is probably your most complicated school to play. Death, I agree with you. Probably one of the easiest ones to get into. It's super useful to the new player, and it gives you lots of benefits back straight up. It's life can be buggy, because I think the problem with playing life is a lot of times you're struggling to find big enough hits to be able to soloing with life is tough, because trying to get large enough hits to be able to take down some of the fights you have to be in. I mean, you can outlast a lot of those monsters quite long because you got a great deck of healing spells that are going to keep you around for a long time. But, you know, finishing out the fights can be a struggle sometimes for some people. That's kind of a neat thing. That's neat. Yes, sir. We have finished you off. Thank you. Okay, let's go get that teleporter arc. Nice. That's the missing teleporter arc that we need. Good, 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 good. Good. Hey, is there anything hiding in here that I need to pick up? They do stuff like that. King's Isle. Tricky, 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 tricky guys. So let's go ahead and head back out. There's the door. Very good. Okay, so we've got the teleporter stone. And what we need to do is we need to talk to the Lady of the Lake. Up here in Deepwater. There she is. Fantastic. Yeah, so I would say Myth is your most complicated.
The drowned knight broke his vows of bravery and loyalty when he refused to face a worm. He left Sir Brennan to stand alone.
But let me hold on to that.
Sir Brennan slew
Let's
the
talk
worm, but
some
lost
ice.
His hand. The drowned knight was found and defeated, and must dwell here. The next piece you need is guarded by a Lockspriggan, a nasty piece of work called Care Knucklebones.
Okay, so no problem. We're going to go get the next piece. You know, let's talk a little bit ice, because we want to talk about complicated schools. Ice can be one of those, because you're essentially, you know, Ice's spells are designed to be the ultimate tank wizard, you know, and that takes a lot of thinking to be able to play that wizard in a way that's going to really take advantage of being a tank. What do you think about that, Twisting? What about ice schools as far as their complication in play? I mean, I've thrown out my ideas. I think Myth can be the most complicated because of the different aspects you have to learn how to use to be able to get the most out of it. But what about ice? Sometimes I think ice and the whole concept of what ice can be can be pretty challenging, because ice, they can build some pretty big hits with some time.
Boiling crawfish, a wizard! What have I ever done to you or your I mean, other than the looting and the pillaging?
I like that. Then the looting and the pillaging. Nice. Loving that. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of these. And definitely don't want that one. Let's go ahead and put up some shields. That could possibly be of benefit to me on this one. There we go. We've got Neris. We should be okay. And correct deck. Well, not that. Sorry. Do I have the correct? No. What am I doing? Cancel. Want to hit that. There we go. Yes, we are on the right deck. Okay. Okay, let's knock these guys out. Yeah, I think a case could be made that ice can be a pretty complicated school as far as learning how to work it through. Like ice, there's so many things that make ice a challenge. The fact that most of the spells, again, you know, you can build big hits. You get some really great blades with ice right off the bat, because you get a plus 40 blade, probably one of the best blades out of the deck for anybody. But at the same time, your hits aren't as strong, but you have all these great defensive spells, such as that tower shield, the armor, the frozen armor that you can get up pretty early. I remember when I did most of my solo ice work all the way up through Avalon, because that's where my ice character is sitting. It's sitting in Avalon. My ice character, my strategy with my ice character in most of my fights was, most of it was like outlasting the bad guys. It was a ton. I mean, an absolute ton of defense. I was really working defense the entire time with my ice character, because, well, that's how that character is. I mean, that's how most of the spells are set up for ice. You are working on outlasting your opponents until you can build up enough of a hit to take them down, and that's a different type of play. It's in many ways a more challenging type of play than Myth is in some ways. And so, you know, Ice can also be a very challenging character to play. In fact, I think Ice and Myth are probably the two most challenging when I really think about it. Ice and Myth both rank really high for me as far as the most challenging. Geez, I don't know what type of thing I'm going to get, so let's go ahead and set up in case we get a Chimera. Because a Chimera, that would help us get rid of that guy pretty quick. In fact, Chimera would be good for both of these. Very, very nice. Oh, here we go. We're going to get taunted by the spirit of winter. I always forget the name of this spell. It's a great spell. I remember when my ice guy first got this spell, I loved using this spell. This was a fun spell to hit with. There you go, chat. So there's a few questions to ponder on. I'd love to hear from any of you guys who want to be engaged. Got plenty of time for that. If you're lurking, I do appreciate that as well. Thank you for being on stream and hanging out with us today. So questions that we got going on right now. We've got, what's your favorite school as far as whiz questions? What's your favorite school? Why do you like to play that school? Which school would you solo with? And why? What's your favorite solo school? I know Death has always been one of the strongest answers to that one. Another question that Twisting put out there, which school is most challenging to play? And I think I just finished giving you my answer to that one as far as which school I think is most challenging to play with, which has to be a mix between Myth and Ice. I think those are both a couple of schools that are super, super powerful, but you play them entirely differently, especially when you're working solo games and stuff. And if you just want to get into some fun little chat, what's your favorite pet? Or do you have a pet? What's your pet's name? That's what I'd love to hear. Do you have a pet? What's your pet's name? Why do you like that pet? Or, do you have a theme song that you like to, that you would love to hear, or that you have playing in your mind when you enter places, something that just really gets you going, something you enjoy a lot. Would love to hear from you guys. Chat is wide open. Thank you so much for everybody who has been engaged. Appreciate it. Boy, I'm just not getting the spells. I need to start dumping things. Let's, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get my health back up before I find myself dead. Jeez, I gotta watch what I'm doing here. I didn't realize I was already down to 12-12. I'm thankful that I didn't get stormed. Ooh, need more healing than that. Okay, let's see what spells I get up here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can survive the next couple spells here. Jeez. I might have to be going back in here. I should have started dumping cards on my stack. Oh, okay, on another note, sure, Twisting, come on in. Try to join the Discord, and it says, oh. Yes. Okay, let me fix that. I thought I fixed that Discord earlier. Let me go ahead and get that code, throw a code out there for you. I apologize that. Now we're getting some hits. That's nice. Ooh. Let's just get rid of this guy right here. Okay, so Discord. There you go. Yeah, I thought I updated that Discord last time because I remember that came up earlier, but there we go. There's a Discord in the chat that's pretty awesome. And guys, a lot of you, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel also does have all of my Let's Play content, any tutorials I've made. So if you're having a good time on stream and you want to get more of some of my content, go ahead and check me out on my YouTube as well. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat as well. There we go. And would invite you guys to check it out. Hopefully it's something that you'd enjoy. I know another game that I enjoy playing a lot is Minecraft, and just for some of you guys, if you don't know a whole lot about what I do, is I stream 4 times a week here on Twitch. Have a great time doing it, and I do 2 days of Wizard101, usually on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Sometimes I'll pick an extra day during the week if I have some extra time. I'll hop on. I love working through with my character. And a couple days on, both of those guys are already built up. Good. And then usually and I also do 2 days on my Let's Play Minecraft series. I have an SMP server that I've been running for a couple of years. And right now I'm doing some final tours on my Let's Play too. Anyone else stream Frozen, or am I just being special? Stream Frozen? What do you mean by that, Twisting? Not sure. Anyone else stream Frozen? Or are you talking about the movie? Because, my kids love that movie. Oh, Skylar. Loving it. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Hopefully you're having a great day. I know I'm having a special awesome day myself. Very, very good. I need a heal. Oh, okay. Wizard101 game is frozen, but your face cam is working. Oh, is it? Here, let me refresh. Okay. Let's see here. How to do that. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and see if I can't. Okay, that's interesting. Very nice. Let's see if I can't reset that while I'm trying to kill this. Oh, I've fallen. I see what you're doing. I didn't notice that it stopped. Okay, so today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Skylar. Everybody give Skylar a happy birthday. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm not going to ask how old you are, but I hope your day is going to go well, because right now my streaming software is not. So let's see here. What can I do? I died. Okay. Here, let me reboot Wiz here, because I think it's a Wiz problem. Yeah. I'm not worried about Dungeon Recall on that. Happy birthday, Skylar. Pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to exit really quick. Well, okay, so while we're waiting for that, while I get the game reloaded up there and everything, awesome. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Give me just a moment while I get this all up and running. Wasn't paying attention and died. Well, that's okay. It happens sometimes. Yeah, for some reason with my, I was noticing that the other day my OBS was giving me trouble with my signal from my Wizard, and I hadn't noticed that it just frozen. So we'll get that rebooted up here really quick. So we got Skylar in the chat. Got a happy birthday. So guys, make sure you give Skylar a happy birthday. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and say thanks to all the new followers today. Skylar, Twisting, Sophia, Jade, Survive the Ark, Winter Nerd for the raid earlier. Do appreciate that. All my subs who've been subbing to me for the last month, thank you so much. You guys really are encouraging. It really makes it enjoyable to play the game and have some fun with you guys. And everybody who's been in chat today, I love it. Skylar, Twisting, Zengo was in quite a bit earlier. Survive the Ark. I love you hopping in. Sophia, Blue Yeti. Thanks all for hopping into the chat today. Just me. Janielle, who I hadn't seen for quite a while. You guys make streaming fun, so I do appreciate it. And it's been a lot of fun building the community up with you guys as well. So I'm pretty excited to have everybody here, and I thank you so much. Goodness. So what to talk about while we waiting for old Wizard to load up? Have you ever noticed the Wizard101 loading times take longer and longer when you're turning the game on? I mean, it's just like total progress, You would think some of these patches wouldn't have to reload all these patches every time, but I guess that's just part of the game, just part of the way it works sometimes. Hey, so just another throw out there. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, that has all my content. I put new content out every week. So I usually have a couple Let's Plays. I've been working on new tutorials, so I've been throwing those out a couple times a week, plus any stream replay. So if you missed a stream or something, you kind of want to see how I did, or you want to see who showed up in chat and see what we were talking about, those are also on my YouTube channel as well. So that's also something there as well. Here we go. Let's see if we've got ourselves a screen yet. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So it looks like it's moving and we are back in the game. And hey, there's my wizards right there. They're, like I said, they're all scattered. My newest wizard is my death wizard, and basically I'm trying to learn how to do PvP with him. So he's about level 10 right now, and he's getting his butt kicked in every PvP fight I've been in so far. But that's been kind of fun. Okay, now let's get back to what we were doing. We're trying to save the world here. So great. Let's go defeat Cur Knucklebones in deep water. Okay, so I didn't fight that really all that smart. Let's see here. Best way to get there. Let's see. Oh, I hadn't finished building the thing yet, so that means I have to do this. Okay, let's go to Caerleon first. We have to trot all the way over there. Okay, fantastic. Very, very good. Alrighty. Dungeon Recall is still there. Is it? Oh, it's still there? Haha, let's do it then. I had not noticed. Thank you, Twisting. I didn't even look. I just assumed it was over. Okay. Alrighty, now let's actually do this fight right, because I know I can beat these two chumps. Okay, let's knock these guys out. Alrighty, so we got the Lock Spriggan and Kerknuckle. Kerknuckle. That's funny. Kerknuckle. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some blades up, and let's get ready to get rid of that Storm one and get them out of there. Alrighty, guys, so fantastic. We are back up and running. Thanks, Twisting, for the shout-out on the Frozen. I didn't realize that's what you were talking about there for a moment. But it looks like everything is back in order, so I'm happy everything's moving again. Okay, so what else? Well, so chat, questions, stuff to talk about, things that are going on. Skylar, since you were hopping in chat, do you play Wizard101? What's your favorite school? If so, I'd love to know more about your favorite school. You know, what wizard do you like to play the most, and what are some of the reasons why? Anybody else in chat, you are welcome to hop in on that question as well. And if you want to hop in on, let's just get that out of the way. Or if you want to hop in on any of the other questions that we've had in chat, questions that we've been talking about now for the last hour include such things as, what is your favorite wizard school? Or which school do you think is best for soloing? Which school do you think is the most complicated school? Yeah, they're quiet. You know, sometimes my streams get this way. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much, Twisting. Maybe I'm talking too much. Or if you just want to talk about some real life stuff, chat is wide open. Love for you guys to hop in there, enjoy yourselves as well. Sophia, thank you for sharing Skylar's happy birthday. Awesome. Happy birthday, Skylar. Okay, let's go ahead and wind up for a couple of hits here. We're not doing so bad. Let's see if we can't get rid of the Storm Spriggan before it gets too dangerous. You know, Sophia Michelle and her hearts. Loving it. Okay. Yeah, they certainly don't want me to put any shields up. Look at all those ice spells they've been using. Not a problem. We can take them back. Notice I haven't gotten rid of any of my healing spells. I haven't discarded any of those. I have a concern for that. But let's go ahead and throw up the shield here too. Okay, you're going to jump off with Twisting. Thank you so much. Go ahead and get some rest. Oh, it's 11 where you're at? No problem. Oh, one last gift? Okay, Twisting. Been fantastic. Alrighty, guys. So, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out on stream and having a good time. Even if you're lurking, no problems there at all. Ooh, thank you so much. I appreciate the subscribe, Twisting. Awesome. Have a great evening and get plenty of rest. I understand the whole work bug because I got to be up tomorrow chasing students down, getting them to turn in work for me so we can finish out our year strong. Very good. Okay, so thank you so much. That subscribe was awesome. Okay, now let's see. What else do we got going on here? Let's go ahead, and I think we got enough raw to maybe finish off the first guy. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, let me go ahead and keep going. We've got lots of awesome stuff that we were talking about. First hour's question, because I've been streaming since 3, so the first hour question I threw out there, do you have a pet? What kind of pet do you have, and what's that pet's name? I'd love to know more about that. And one of the reasons why is because we are getting ready to add a new pet to our house. We're getting ready to add a new cat or maybe cat, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Twisting. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you. Yeah, the questing will go great. Yes, I will see you the next one, for sure. Thank you so much. Okay. Very nice. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see here. Oof. You didn't finish off the Spriggan? Okay. Well, Ra, we're going to have a talk later. You know, I need you to do more criticals. Ooh, good thing I put that shield up. They were using a crazy bolt there. That's not good. Okay, now other questions. Second question today: if you had a theme song that you wanted to play every time you walked into a room, what would it be? You know, would it be something like oh, I don't know. There's lots of things. It doesn't have to be like a rock and roll song. It could be like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You know, that'd be a cool song. Every time you walk in the room, you hear Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or. Let's see here. Oh, this is not good. Where? Okay. I thought I had a better strategy going into this one here. You know what? Did I try to heal? Oh my goodness. This is why you need to get rid of the minion you're fighting as quick as possible. I haven't had fights go this bad in a long time. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Certainly not worth not worth losing my head over yet. Okay. Alrighty, so I know we can get rid of that Spriggan pretty quick. I just need to go ahead and I need to get some health back in me before. Yeah, I'm glad they're wasting their time trying to stun me. You know, that's probably what the problem is. She's probably been stunning me here and out that I haven't been noticing because I've been chatting with you guys. Well, that's awesome. Okay, guys, so very well. What else do we have going on today that's exciting? Very good. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and throw this blade on. Well, very good. Well, let me tell you some more stories about me. Well, because that's who I know the most about. I know the most about me. Let's see here. Yep, I teach science, but this is my second career. You know, my first career, I used to help design studios, recording studios, and I got to meet a lot of different people over the years. Like, you know, Guitar Center was a company I worked for quite a long time. If you're a musician, you're probably pretty familiar with Guitar Center. And why did I do that? I need to just get rid of that one right there. Okay. Sorry. Thinking and playing a game sometimes is kind of polar opposites there. So let's, oh, you know what? That's great that I have that in there. But first off, let's just go ahead and take care of this guy. Hopefully they won't hit me. Stop, 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 fizzle. No, that's a lot of pips too. Let's cross our fingers on this one. I'd hate to have to start this fight a third time. Very good. Very good. Okay, going over questions that we have for the chat today, because we've been talking about a variety of things today, and I'd love to hear from you, some of you guys out there in the chat. You know, for instance, you know, what drew you? Here's a great question. Why do you play Wizard101? What draws you into Wizard1? What makes it fun for you to play? Why would you go play Wizard101 as opposed to other games? Because there's a lot of good role-playing games out there. There's a lot of interesting ones out there that have a lot of neat takes on a lot of different things, you know. But why Wizard101 in particular? You know, I can tell you the reasons why I got drawn into Wizard101 a long time ago is one, you know, I saw the advertisements online and everything and TV. I thought that was okay, but my daughter, she got me into it, and once I started playing. Some of the things that I really enjoy about this game, and that have kept me coming back year after year. And like I said, I've been playing since 2008, so I've been playing. I need a heal. I'm sorry, getting a little stressed on my fight here because I think he's about to mammoth me, which means I'm probably going to die, and I'll have to come back again. Oh my goodness, I'm not taking advantage of my shields. Alrighty. Yes, this one's over, it looks like. Okay, that's okay. We're going to come back, and we're going to stomp her, and this time we're going to win. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. But I can tell you why I keep, you know, what are some of the reasons? Why do I keep coming back to this game after so many years of playing it? And I can tell you right now, the reason why I keep coming back is, one, you know, the character designs are fun. You know, you can tell they put a lot into the character designs, especially when they add new content and they add that to the game. It makes the game, I don't know, interesting. You know, I'm not sure what I'm going to see yet. Plus, you know, if you really pay attention to the storylines in the game, you can see the fact that the creators, the ones that do a lot of the content creation, these guys are a bunch of pop nerds. These guys are geeks. They love pop culture, whether it's TV, whether it's music, whether it's television. And there are so many Easter eggs built into this game that focus on a lot of those different aspects, whether it's here in Avalon, where you got so many Monty Python references, as well as references about rock and roll and stuff, such as the Les Paul. Most of those guys out there are named after rock and roll people. or music idols and stuff. It's all those little things that make the game fun to go through. It's like, have you ever watched a children's show, or a kid's show, and thought, this seems like it's written more for adults than it is for kids? Well, you know what? As you become an adult, you start to see more of that stuff, and you start to realize, oh, and you know what? That's one of the things I think that keeps me and Wizard101, keeps me coming to play over and over again, because of all those little things that they have built in the storylines, because it really does engage you on a level as an adult that, if I was like, my sixth grade daughter when we first started playing, she had no idea a majority of those of the way that those things are, or those references or those Easter eggs in the game. It didn't mean anything to her. But now that she's older, now it becomes a whole new world. And I think that's why a lot of people come back to the game who played it years ago, because when you start going through the second time and you start really looking at the quests and that, you find all these little Easter eggs all throughout the game, which end up taking you more and more into pop culture. And it's so much fun because it's so many tongue-in-cheek references. This is like the dad joke library of fun stuff, and if you're a dad joke fan, I know some of you guys probably are, because who doesn't like a good dad joke? That's what half this game is, as far as a lot of the quests and everything and the characters that they put in. I think that's what makes it a lot of fun for me to play. So I'd love to know why do you still play after all these years here? What are some of the things that really interest you? Yeah, I didn't get that on until after he hit me, so yes. Okay, back to the game, because I'm definitely going to win this time. I'm not going to lose this round. Alrighty. Okay, so very, very good. So chat is wide open, guys. Any of those questions we've been talking about over the last couple hours, or some of the new ones I've thrown out there, would love to hear from you. Hopefully everybody's doing well. If you're lurking, love it. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day. For everybody that's engaged in chat, thank you, guys. You guys are what makes us a lot of fun to do, that what makes streaming enjoyable. So I would love to hear from more of you guys out there. Especially, I would like to go ahead and say a big thanks to Twisting for the subscription today, as well as I want to do a call out to Skylar, Twisting, Sophia, Jade, Survive the Ark for the brand new follows today. Pretty awesome. Gosh, I think I can get rid of this guy now. Let's see here. Let's cross our fingers. Very good. So really enjoying. Now we are in hour number 3 of the stream, and I'm still gearing because I'd like to see if I can get to the final dungeon here in Avalon. And I know I will. It's just taking a little bit of time. This particular fight is drawing it out quite a bit as well. But that's okay. We're going to win it this time. Let's get rid of that guy right there. What? No critical. Not so good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I love my Battle Eagle pet there. Not so bad. Okay, so we just need to get another few more pips, and then we're going to go ahead. In fact, if I can get to 3 power pips, I know we can take that Spriggan out before they strike again. And you know what? I might consider start putting up some more shields too while I'm waiting for those other 2 pips to show up. Okay, because we got to get rid of that Lock Spriggan, because that's one of the reasons why we've had trouble. Okay, let's do this. Let's get another set of shields on, because I don't want a woolly mammoth bringing my game to my quest to an end again. Alrighty, so what else is happening? We've been talking about a variety of different things, and I've got a brand new question. It's the 5 o'clock hour, and I would love to know a little bit more about some of you guys out there. Okay, so here we go. What would be a great question for you? Okay, so I want you to think about, let's see here. Here we go. This is a fun one, okay? Now, we all have these situations from time to time, okay? That things that are really, really popular, and you see people just like fawning over, you know. Sometimes they can be pretty annoying, you know. So I would love to hear from you guys if you want to throw it out there in chat, and chat is wide open now. What's something popular that just really annoys you. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that everybody has to agree with you. It's just something that annoys you. What's something popular that really, really annoys you? You know, like sometimes, you know, I'll tell you something popular that really annoyed me, that really annoyed me for a while, is one of the things that sometimes annoys me that can be pretty popular are some of the trending people or celebrities that are out there. Like, for instance, especially reality TV subjects. Sometimes those things can be those people can be super popular, but they are so annoying. Like the Jersey Shore group. Oh my goodness, those guys were popular for many years, but boy, they're so annoying. Or Real Housewives, or the whole Bachelor thing. You know, for a lot of people that's really popular. They love watching it, but for me, it's just, it just annoys me. It's like, oh my goodness, this is killing me here. So, is there something really popular? It could be a song. It could be a cartoon. It could be something that goes on at school or work that people like to do. I know for a long time, my brother, back years and years ago, there was a phrase that started popping up a lot, like, you know, calling everybody dog, you know, and it's like, oh, it's okay, dog. You're all good, dog. You know, no, I'm not all good. No, I'm not your dog. You know, that really annoyed my brother, but it was a really popular saying there that had actually had started coming around quite a bit. Now, this was like a long time ago, you know, but those can all fall under the category of popular things that just might annoy you. And I know everybody has them. And you know, it's not just old people, you know, it's young people too. Like, I know a lot of young people that get annoyed by certain things as well, you know, sometimes more so than old people, about sometimes the things that are popular, you know, and it's like, why, you know, that thing just doesn't make any sense. Why is that popular? That's dumb, you know, and it could be a lot of different things. So we're going to throw that out as our last hour question. What is something popular that just might annoy you? You know, would love to hear from you guys here in chat. Chat is wide open, and we were talking about, of course, we talk about Wizard101 stuff. Who doesn't like talking about Wizard101 stuff? But we're also talking about a variety of other things, such as pets. If you own a pet, would love to know what type of pet you have. What's their name? That was our first hour question. Or we could even talk about music and stuff, like if there's a theme song, any type of theme song. Like, you might want to enter the room with the Pinky and the Brain theme song coming on, right? Your name might be Pinky, and you really enjoy the way that sounds, you know. What's something that you would love hearing when you come walking into the room? What would be a theme song you would appreciate? Would love to hear from you guys in chat. Or you can hop in on any of our Wizard 101 questions. Chat is wide open. Okay, so let's see here. Very, very nice. You know, I do love my Battle Eagle. Has lots of good blades. This is a blade eagle right here because it doesn't make cast of a blade. It does. I'm going to throw some more shields up while I got the time, right? You know, waiting for those pips to anchor up so I can cast myself a Chimera. You know, Chimera's a good attack for tower shields because you can like get rid of the tower shield with one of the attacks and do a couple of good pieces of damage right up after it. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I put that shield up. That's kind of nice. That makes life a lot better. Ooh, should we go ahead? You know what? Yes, this would be a perfect time to get a minion in there because they can start chunking stuff at him and keep the shields down. That'll annoy her. And plus, it's a Spriggan, so we're going to set Spriggan against Spriggan now. One Spriggan against another Spriggan. Yep, and my Spriggan has a blindfold on. So, yeah, what if you lose to a blindfolded Spriggan? She's also bigger. You notice that? She's a pretty big Spriggan. Okay, we don't need Rod. Don't need that one. Okay, we're just going to have to wait for some more pips to come up now. Very good. Okay, so awesome. Hopefully everything's going well with you guys. Everything's been going well with me. Jeez, she's just lobbing the spells at me. Okay, good thing I had those shields up. Let's go and pop another one up while we're at it. Exactly what I need my spring to do. Keep those tower shields down. Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's power up another one of those. And let's throw another shield on because it's been paying off. I would hate to get critical by another mammoth. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, okay, so she's going to use the spirit of ice or winter or whatever it is. Once that's okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. We can deal with that. That's not terrible. Taunting us. Well, we're going to attack you anyways. I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure you're taken down. Okay, so let's see here. Now, some Wizard 101 topics that came up quite a bit. We were talking that I brought up a few times during chat today. You know, one particular Wizard 101 topic is, what is your favorite wizarding school? So, for instance, you know, I would have to say my favorite school is Myth, and the reasons why I really like Myth is, one, I just like the whole idea. Like when I first took the quiz, I didn't just pick my school. I went ahead and went through the whole quiz. So I said, oh, I like these things. I'm more likely to do this. I'm nicer. I'm meaner. You know, you go through all those different questions for them to narrow you down into a school. And I got Myth. It was always Myth. Myth was my first one. And so, you know, basically, you know, I've always been a big Myth fan ever since then. I love the spell. It's like, you know, well, honestly, the first spell they give you, Myth Bat, you know, I mean, I can walk away from that pretty easily. Like, who really wants the Myth Bat? But, you know, they really do bring it up a notch when you get Troll as your 2-pip spell, and I'll tell you what, I loved hitting people with Troll. Then you got the Cyclops, right? And then you get a huge frog that throws up on people. Oh, I mean, are you kidding me? It doesn't get much better than that, right? Doesn't get much better than that at all. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I think Myth has always been a super favorite. And you know what? They don't let up because they continue that great mythic stuff. I mean, Earthquake's okay. I mean, it's more of a good utilitarian spell, you know, to keep those monsters, or it's really good in PvP to get rid of those blades and stuff. So that's another reason why. But when I go through that catalog of Myth spells, you know, Medusa, fantastic spell, and that last one. I can't remember the name of it right now, but the big green 6-legged lizard, you know, just wonderful spells. And so I guess that's why I've always been a strong Myth fan. Just, I love the spells that they give you, and I love the fact that, you know, early on when they first did Myth, they tried to play it off like, you should be a Myth. Gosh, that spell did awful. How did that spell do so bad? Oh my goodness. Alrighty, okay, let's get rid of her. We need to start getting ready for a bigger hit. Gosh, Chimera, you should have done better. I'm disappointed. Okay. But, you know, as far as Myth, so what makes Myth strong? In fact, let's go through the schools. What I think makes each school pretty strong. We'll start with Myth since I've been talking Myth. So one of the things that they always tell was great about Myth is Myth always had somebody fighting beside them because they could summon. Well, you know, early game, you know, that wasn't all that great. I mean, you had a variety of ones that can summon, but you only summon one at a time. And in most cases, whoever you summoned, yeah, it just wasn't, you know, sometimes they were really helpful, sometimes they weren't. It was always a challenge to get the best out of your summoning, right? So that was always something that was part of the that I think a lot of people didn't like about Myth. But when Monstrology came out, and Monstrology really benefited the Myth guy, because now if you went out there and you hunted Animus and you were able to make those cards for Monstrology, now what you could do is you could actually have your Myth minion, then you can have 2 more Monstrology minions there. So you could actually fight a guy like this with 4 of you. And I'll tell you what, 4 on 1, even if they're not all as strong as you or the boss you're going up against, makes a huge difference, especially when you start gathering those later game monsters. You know, like I usually carry around some winter branches with me, and I'll tell you what, you throw up a couple of winter branches, they become very, very strong support monsters in the game. And so those are some of the things that I especially like about Myth, and the advantages that you get with Myth. So Myth advantages: 1, you can be a good hitter. 2, you've got all those great stunning spells and everything, and 3, you can, as a solo character, you can load up a whole bunch of minions to help you fight the good fight. So those are what I would call your myth advantages. Now, if I was playing with Death, of course, you guys can jump in on chat at any time and interrupt me, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject as well. Now, if I was dealing with, say, Death, let's say I was dealing with the Death school, okay? Death is a really interesting school because it can be very balanced. Hunter Wormcoin, very nice, one of our guys. Hey, doing good, Hunter, doing good. We'll go ahead and give him a little shout. Hit the wrong button right there. I always do that. Let's give him a shout. Hunter, yep. Hey. Hiya. Okay. Yeah, very cool. But anyways, you know, so those are some of the, what was I saying? So Death. Going back to Death. Oh, stream's been going good, Hunter. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and give him another. Whoa. Hunter. Oh, did I hit the wrong button? There we go. That's what I want to do. Oh, it's been awesome. Been awesome. The stream's been going really good. Okay. Oh, there we go. That was, now see, there we go. That was much better. There we go. Finally, you know. Chimera going in there and doing some damage. That's what we needed from you earlier. Okay, let's go ahead and throw up some blades, and let's go ahead and finish this one off. Yeah, so Death, going back to Death, advantages of Death. What's great about Death is you get multiple blades. You get spells that regenerate you while you attack. I'll tell you what, that is huge, you know, and they're really well balanced. And if you can leverage those spells, you are one of the hardest characters to kill in the game. Because I'll tell you what, when you hit and half that comes back to you as health, you know, you can take many hits and be all the way back to health before you know it, if you're playing it right. So that's one of the really interesting things about playing a Death character, is it's really pretty easy to play and pretty easy to keep your character in good shape. You know, you do get a balance of damage over time, as well as hit all spells, especially when you get the Scarecrow. And honestly, you don't really need Death Knight all that much if you're really good at using Scarecrow. I've seen some Death Wizards totally kill it with just Scarecrow. You know, so I think Death is a really easy, great first character to play, and that's always been a neat one. Now, if we go on to Life, obviously the advantages to Life is got all that healing spells. I mean, they can heal you in so many different ways. They can keep yourself in the game, and they can keep their party in the game. Life is probably one of the very best support schools that is out there. And that is one of the huge advantages that, you know, you have with Life, is you got all that great support spells and stuff. Downside to Life when you're soloing, trying to get a big hit on things and working through those solo fights. That can be the biggest struggle with a Life character. Advantages to, say, Ice. You know, Ice, I would say, and we were talking about this earlier, Ice and your myth characters are probably your more complicated wizards to deal with. And the reason why they're the more complicated wizards to run is it's a totally different mindset. With myth, you're dealing with taking the advantage of something like monstrology and a couple other things to really make that character as well-rounded as I think King Zal meant that character to be, or that particular school. And so that's a little bit more challenging. You have to really understand what those other skills are useful for, and how they can really make an advantage your myth character. With Ice is the tank school. Okay, Ice is meant to outlast everybody, okay, as well as build up those hits that are just going to crush. I don't know, I guess a good way of thinking about Ice is thinking about glaciers, okay? Glaciers, are they really fast when they're moving? No, glaciers are not a fast-moving thing at all. But when they hit you, there's nothing you can do to stop them. A glacier's going to roll right over you, you know? I mean, glaciers carve valleys. You know, what are you gonna say about that? Glaciers are going to do their job, and that is one of the things to Oh, they block my critical. Anyways, and that's one of the things to think about with ice. But what makes ice more complicated is you got to know how to use those tanking skills. It's not all about getting a really high level of health to run ice successfully. It's having the right amount of shields, tower shields and other shields in your inventory to slow down your opponents. Oh, yes, you are. You are absolutely done for. Oh, but no good drops. Okay. Alrighty, fantastic. There is the teleporter arch piece we have been fighting for so long. We got it. Now let's go and talk to the lady. Is there anything in here like a bird? Making sure I don't lose any birds, because they put birds in places. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it going. By the way, guys, if you are hopping in chat and checking out things that are going on, thank you so much for checking out the stream. I do run a YouTube channel which has new content every week. I play both Minecraft and Wizard101. All my streaming replays you can find on my YouTube channel at Kimmy Say Gaming. And, if you enjoy the content, I'd encourage you to check out my YouTube channel. I would love to have you on there. And hopefully you guys are doing really, really well. Plus, my Discord is open if you want to join the Discord as well. In fact, one of the big things about my Let's Play in Minecraft is we're getting ready to start a brand new season and reset the server. So that's pretty exciting.
And rip them down, and you can never get the smell of brine out.
Fantastic.
The boggy cave should be empty. Go in and grab the teleporter arch piece.
Okay. How many of you think the boggy cave is going to be empty? I can guarantee you, all we have to do is see one thing and we're going to be able to see whether the boggy cave is going to be empty. I'm not a believer. I don't think the boggy cave is empty at all. In fact, that's a bad sign. See? Ooh, a pearl. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the boggy cave is not empty. Let's go ahead and see. Is there any wisps? Yes, there's some. Let's go grab some wisps before we head in there. And I never... try not to walk by reagents if I see them. Wow, this is a great place to collect pearls. Okay. There we go. Let's get that. Let's get that. Nice. Okay, now we are fully charged up. Let's go into the boggy cave. Okay. Any bets as to whether it's empty or not? Because usually whenever I'm told that some place is empty, that's usually not a thing. That's usually not a thing at all. So let's check it out. Okay, let me in, boggy cave. Let me in. Okay. Very, very good. Yeah, so talking about the different schools and benefits. Oh, and then let's not forget balance. I haven't really talked a lot about balance. I've been playing balance. Yeah, empty my yeah, whatever. It's not empty.
Something is lurking in the dark.
Of course, something's lurking. There's a bog witch in there.
A wizard down here in the
depths? She's creepy. She looks like Annie.
Dice you up and fry you in maggoty butter.
Oh, and she seems so nice too. Oh, I'm loving that. Okay. Well, I think we are ready to go with this. Should we let's go finish her? Let's go take on another fight. That was supposed to be empty. I'm going to talk to the Lady of the Lake because this was supposed to be an empty one here, Okay, so what are we going to do here first? Okay, we need to get rid of the crackling eel. That's going to be a big deal. Let's get those pips going. And you know what? Let's go ahead and throw a shield on right away. Very, very good. Okay, awesome. So I was talking about the different schools. So let's talk a little bit about balance and what makes balance so interesting. And I didn't really get it until I started playing my balance guy. I played with balance wizards. Like when I was playing with my ice wizard, and this was back in the day where the top level was like level 70. Okay, so level 70 was maxing your wizard out, and I was playing with my ice guy. And when I was playing with my ice guy a lot, I was teamed up with another player that loved to play with a balance wizard. And it was pretty interesting, but balance, I don't know, I guess because it didn't have a school, and it was a guy who basically had who was basically teaching out of a trunk. I guess I just avoided that school for most of the game. And so, when I look at balance is such a neat school because you get some really great hits, and you get some really awesome multi-mob attacks. So you can like raw or like Sandstorm. In fact, you get more of them, I think, than most any other school at this point of the game. So, I mean, there's some really nice things about that make it a very, very neat, very powerful school right off the bat. So, I mean, are you going to be hitting super strong hits like Storm does all the time? No. But, I mean, you can definitely hold your own. But you get healing spells. And some really good healing spells. You know, the Veiling Hands and the Helping Hands, both very, very good spells at the levels that they are, and really turn the game around for you as a balanced wizard. So not only can you hit fairly decently, you got great healing spells. And you don't have to worry about prisms, because now with things like Elemental Blast, with the Hydra, and obviously with Chimera later on, and I can't wait till the other ones, you also get spells in which you can totally hit through with other schools. So if you're having to deal with a balance thing, or if you're, or like in this case, you know, I got this ice guy over there, I'm going to use Chimera on it. I can totally hit him without having to worry about using things like prisms and stuff. Now, an argument can be say that prisms are pretty easy to use and stuff. Milk Hunter killing me in there. Okay, but yeah, okay, Hunter, let's see here. Yeah, don't spill it. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and use this Chimera to get the crackling. So balance really has a huge amount of neat things, a huge amount of neat things around it, you know, as far as that goes. Because that's those are some of the things that I really enjoyed playing my balanced wizard with, you know, is plus, depending on the way you do your deck, balance now can become one of the most critical support wizards you have in the game. You can really boost attacks because of the variety of blades you get on there. Not to mention, there's several great balance spells such as reshuffle and stuff that allow you to cast those things much quicker than the average player, and that is a really, really great advantage, I think, in a lot of the game. Okay, very good. So we have now taken out that person, but I don't have any shields, so we got to watch. Okay, so let's get rid of the Sandstorm. Let's go ahead and start building up a really big hit on the Bog Witch here. Very good. So awesome. Well, you guys are just so quiet, but I do appreciate all the viewers out there. Thank you guys for hanging out and lurking. Loving it, you know, and hopefully I've been entertaining. Well, I must have been entertaining enough because I got so many of you guys still hanging out and watching. Of course, chat is wide open, and we are here to chat really about anything that's on your minds. I've thrown out a lot of great questions out there. Not very many people have been wanting to answer them today, but that's okay. That's just fine with me. You know, we're here to have some fun and to play a game and enjoy some hang time with you guys today. So if I was to explain the schools, those are the ways I look at the schools, and I really enjoy. I've had a good time playing all of them. You know, I remember learning how to doing solo stuff with my ice. It was so different than with any of my than with my Myth Wizard, because it's kind of funny. You know, I never played the easy schools. You know, I got sucked straight into some of the more complicated schools to play with, and I wasn't very good either. It took me a while to really figure out how to make ice work for me. And that was a fun school. Tons of fun. In fact, I need to go back to my ice wizard and max that wizard out, because I think there's a lot. Oh my goodness, that was horrible. I'm sorry, I just got hit really hard. I need to find a healing spell. Woo. Okay, well, at least I got a partner up here with Neris Barbed Heart. Very, very good. Okay. So I just need to last long enough to, we'll throw that up there because she's going to start using my hexes and start hitting, because that's what a good minion does. Good minion comes in swinging. Very, very nice. Yeah, they said that the balance minion you get here at level 75 is good, and I'll tell you what, she's pretty good. You know, in fact, the other two minions, like I've got the one for my storm and I've got the one for my my storm, and I'll tell you what, I could not have survived as long as I have in this game without my storm minion. That lion, that storm lion, that guy is rock and roll. Are you going to hit Neris? Oh, good. That's better than hitting me at the moment. Okay. Wow, she hit him hard too. Ooh, critical healing. Who doesn't like a critical healing? Yeah, so those have been some of my insights, you know. And it's kind of funny, but I think the third wizard that I started playing after my ices, I believe I went with my it was my Storm Wizard, which is my highest level wizard. And I'll tell you what Storm is. Storm's an easy wizard to play in many ways, because once you get the idea with Storm, you're hitting them as hard as you possibly can, and that is the value of a Storm Wizard. Is you're wanting to go in there and get that hit in as quick as possible. And because, Storm, you have such a great advantage. It's just a matter of setting up that hit. Throw up a couple blades. Heck, you have that one power play blade that you could do like a 140% boost. I mean, that's fantastically awesome. And the way math works, that's a huge benefit. We're not going to use that. Let's go ahead and put this up. So those are some really neat teardowns. Now, if we were to talk about Fire School, Fire is neat. And the way I think about Fire is if you're playing a Fire Wizard and you're doing some solo stuff with a Fire Wizard, it's a lot like Storm, where you can go in there and you can hit really strong. But with Fire, sometimes, in most of your spells, your big damage occurs over a period of time. And that's where the real strength in Fire is. It's always been those damage over time spells. And so, she healed me. Awesome minion. And those damage over time spells are what really give you the huge advantage. I'll just pass. With Fire. Now, the thing with Fire, though, is you got to have enough shields or enough defense, and that's where Fire's a little bit different than Storm. You need to have enough defense for you to hold out and watch the world burn, because that's what Fire Wizard is. They just want to see the world burn around them. And that's how I've always approached the Fire and played that particular wizard. And the Fire was, probably my fourth wizard. And he's sitting right in Avalon, waiting to play some Avalon. I just haven't gone back to him for a while. Okay, it looks like we're going to get ready for a really strong hit here. So I need to clear enough deck out so hopefully I can pick up my feint, because I haven't used my feint yet. Oh, is she going to kill Neris? Oh, yeah, boy, she hit Neris hard. Okay, well, I have another Neris in my deck if it pops up. I don't think I've, kicked it yet, so if I need another minion, I can then definitely pull it up. Oh, I don't need that. Let's pass. And let's get some more pips in. What I really want to get is the, my feint. I don't need that at all. Bounce Blade's okay. We'll throw that up there. Oh, you know what? This could be bad. They could earthquake me. Oh, great. Well, hey. Oh, well. It could have been worse. I could add more blades up there. Oh, all my shields, too? Well, that's okay. I forgot. Those sneaky myth wizards. Sneaky myth bosses. Okay. Let's see here. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Well, I say let's go ahead and attack. Won't be as strong as I want, but let's go ahead and get out of the way, and then we can go ahead and start building up again, because we're not going to finish her off in one shot. Now, if we're critical, we should have a pretty good hit. Okay. That's fine. I got plenty of heals. We can extend this fight as long as we need to go. But boy, I was hoping to be a little bit farther in the game today. That's okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get the blade up, and let's take them out. Now, just to go ahead and review some of the questions we had. We had a first hour question, which was, if you have a pet, what kind of pet do you have, and what's its name? Would love to know about your pet and its name. And if you got a good memory, I would love for you to share that as well. Second hour, if there was a song, any song, doesn't have to be pop music or whatever. Hey, Chris, awesome to see you in the chat. Thank you very much. What song would you have play when you entered the room? I would love to hear about that. If you happen to have a song that really tells people about you or something like that, what song that would you like to hear played if you walked into the room? That's another question I have. And then the third hour question, because that was hour 1 and hour 2. Third hour question is, what is something popular that annoys you? Okay, what is something popular? Chris, thank you for asking. I've been doing pretty well. I've been having a pretty good day. This has been a fantastic stream today. Had a lot of new people, have a new subscriber today. It's been fabulous. I've been just really enjoying myself. How have you been today, Chris? How is your streaming still going pretty good with you? Hopefully everything's going good. Fantastic. Awesome. Alrighty. But yes, been doing absolutely fantastic. Yeah, last week I did miss a couple streams. Had a headache. Had a pretty good migraine for about 2.5 days, so I missed my Friday and Saturday streams. But other than that, it's been really, really good. Should I bring in a minion? Yeah, because it really distracts this guy. Okay, everything's going fine. Just about to finish Mirage and Safaria. Oh, that's awesome. Which wizard are you finishing, Mirage and Safaria? Oh, actually, if you're finishing both of those, you got 2 wizards going. Wow, you've been busy, Chris. Me, I pretty much focus on a couple of the wizards here, but then again, I also do a lot of Minecraft too. So, you know, I don't push really hard with my wizards. I try to just keep them on target for the game. Oh, that's pretty good. About to finish Mirage and Safaria. Very nice. Well, things have been going pretty good with me. We've been talking. Ooh, a death and a life. Are you trying to get those maxed out, Chris? Those are pretty cool. Those are both great schools. I'm pretty excited because I know I'm getting so close to the end of Avalon. You know, some of these fights just draw out because they take some time to build up your attacks and everything. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I can't wait because after Avalon we've got Azteca, and I'm super looking forward to Azteca. That's going to be one heck of a run. Oh yeah, you're going to try to max them pretty soon? That's cool. That's cool. Have you been streaming any lately, Chris? I keep missing keep missing times when you are, if you are. I know you streamed for a while there. You know, I gotta catch you sometime when you're on. Ooh, frogging us. Yep, that's the way it goes sometimes. It's okay. And there we are. Very good. Oh, you haven't streamed in a few months? I understand. I get it. Well, just wanted to check up on you, because if I can catch up with you sometime, that'd be fun. Love to show you some love next time you stream. You always check in if you see me, so I appreciate that. That's pretty awesome. Well, at least my healings are working really well. Okay, Neris, give him a good hit. Hit that bog witch hard. Now, I got to be careful about putting on my feint because I don't want my minion to take my feint. So that's the tough part about having a minion up is if you're using things like feints and everything, you got to be strategic about how you do that. Okay, I still got quite a few pips before I can do anything. Okay, so let's pass it up. Awesome. Well, good. Well, maybe I'll catch you sometime next time you do some streaming, Chris. Awesome. Hey, have you gone over to my Discord and voted for the seed? Because I'm still taking votes for which seed we're going to reset my Minecraft server with. You know, I've got 4 brand new seeds. We're going to reset the Minecraft server at the end of the week. I'm going to restart it for a new season for my Minecraft Let's Play. So I'm pretty excited about all that. I think it's going to be super cool. Okay, 9209. I really need that feint to work. Okay. So let's pass again. We got to wait for some more pips to come up. Very nice. Awesome. Okay, so while we're working here, guys, while I'm talking to Chris here, I just want to say again, thanks to everybody. Thanks to all 3 of my subscribers. A special shout out to Twist earlier for a new subscription. I appreciate that. I also want to thank all the followers. I've got a whole bunch of new followers today. Skylar, Twisting, Sophia, Jade, Survive the Ark. Thank you guys for following. You are really making the community a ton of fun to come back to every day. Okay, let's pass again. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, so, well, that's cool, Chris. That's cool. Let's see here. Very nice. Gotta love the big dog. Well, at least it's not striking me, right? Oh, it is striking me. Yeah. Of course it is. Glad I took the moment to heal myself. Very nice. So, Chris, are you just going back and forth between each one of those wizards, that death and that life, and seeing where you can take them? That's got to be different because, I mean, playing a life wizard is a totally different mindset than playing a death wizard. It's totally different mindsets. You know, with a death wizard, you can go into a fight, you know, just looking for that big hit. Oh, you have 2 storms carrying each one. Now that's funny. That's funny. Okay, so no worries there. Just make sure you keep the storm alive, and you're set. That's awesome. There you go. That's a way to run. That's kind of like how I feel sometimes when I'm playing with my daughter, with my myth guy. Is her storm just wants to go in there and finish the fight so quick. I hardly sometimes I don't get a chance to ever hit anything. It's like, oh, man, I don't get to fight again? You know, so like I'm playing with my daughter, I'm trying to get in with my myth wizard, and I'm trying to get a shot out before she gets a shot out. You know, because she's, you know, those storms, you know, they're gonna hit them hard when they hit them. Okay, we are almost there. Ooh, I can do this. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the feint on her, then we're gonna hit her hard, and hope we don't fizzle. We're gonna take the bog witch down. And it's good because I don't really want to have to do a reshuffle if I can avoid it. 2 storms carrying each. That's hilarious. Oh yeah. So, since I got you on, Chris, one of the things I'm thinking about doing is I've restarted my death character over, and I haven't really been doing a lot of questing. I've been like jumping into PvPs and losing a lot of PvPs with my death wizard. I'm thinking about maybe doing a new YouTube series of watching of my death guy in PvP and all my struggles, trying to become a death PvP master. What do you think? I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, Storm is definitely overpowered in questing for sure. Okay, we are very good. I do think my minion's going to finish the fight off. That's awesome. Very good. Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. I think it'd be a lot of fun, where I do a couple of PvP matches every day with my death, and, you know, throwing that out. I think that'd be a fun series to do. Yeah, you know, because I suck at PvP, and I'm sure if I did a couple videos right away with my 10th level wizard, you'd see why. I'm just really awful at it. I guess to do good PvP, I gotta start spending money on packs. I guess that's what I gotta start doing. I don't know, because I just keep losing. I don't have the treasure cards that I need. Yeah, the PvP meta is odd. Yeah, it's totally different. Oh, finally, the Bog Witch, you're going down. Oh yes, that's been a long time in coming. I must have been fighting her for at least 20 minutes now.
Scorching and burning on you.
Scorching. Well, thank you. Scorching and burning on you. Very good. Let's get that last teleporter arch piece. Thank goodness. Considering that this cave was supposed to be empty, yeah, I need to spend money no matter what. I kind of figured that'd be the case. Well, if I do it smart, I'll do it. But I gotta do it smart. I don't want to overspend. I want to do it in a really, really smart way. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start that on YouTube. It's not going to be something I might stream with it every once in a while, but it's mainly going to be me throwing up PvP matches and asking for help and wisdom and how to pull it all off and everything. So I think it'd be kind of cool. I think I'm planning on starting it towards the end of the week and stuff, so I think it'd be fun. Okay,
that
Lady of the Lake.
Tried to steal my magic some years ago.
Did she now?
I forgot I had locked her away down here.
Did you now? Okay. Thank you for forgetting and telling me that there was nobody in there.
The most challenging to gather.
Oh, there's still one more.
The Diavo Cave is home to Tarn, the drowned giant.
Yes.
You'll have to break his spirit.
I'm glad I didn't set my goal as finishing Avalon today, because I am still I don't know. I'm getting closer, but boy, this is certainly has not been a quick event here. Okay, so let's go ahead and down here, and let's go ahead and go to Diabol Cave in deep water. This is like a mini dungeon, this whole section. That's what this is. This is a mini dungeon. Okay, I see a wisp. I need that wisp. Let's go grab it. And TC enchant it before you get it in PvP. Yeah, which means you have to be in another fight to do those. So I guess people just go out there and load up their decks with enchants. Go and start a fight, enchant everything. That way, it shows up in their TC stuff. Yeah, prior to that. Yeah, that's the only way I can figure I'm getting beaten so quickly is people my level having these crazy TC cards to basically kick my butt. Because I think I could win. I think if they had just had straight up school decks, I could win a lot more. In fact, I know I could win a lot more. You know what? They should do that. They should do a PvP ranking with just stock spells. No, that other fancy stuff. Just straight up stock spells. That would be the way to go.
A minnow swimming down here. Flee, little fish,
okay.
Before I swallow you up and grind your bones to silt.
I wonder if they've thought about that, because I heard that they were going to do some PvP changes and they're looking to do some stuff. I think it would be great to have a ooh, yeah, that would work. Are these spells going to work? Sorry, I need to stop and think about what I'm doing here. Yeah, those will work. Those won't be so bad. I got more of those anyways. Yeah. Oh, some lower level people, usually from level 1 to 30ish, use Decathon decks. Decathon decks. Is that different? Because it gives huge room for TC and damage. Oh, okay. Okay, I see that. I guess I got to start playing these Decathlon stuff. Okay. Very good. Okay, not a problem. Well, yeah, so I'm thanks, Chris. Thanks for that input there. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. I got to start writing a little log of things I need to think about as I try to do some PvP and learn how to do this, because so much that I don't know about. But I think the I think if I can get it going well and start getting some views on it, I think it'd be a fun series to have, and I might learn a lot about it. Okay, so I definitely need Neris up for this fight. She'll definitely help out quite a bit here. Gives huge room for TC and damage. Yeah, I would think that. But I think they ought to do that. I think they should, because you got your ranked PvP matches, you've got your tournaments. I think there should be a PvP for just stock spell users. I think that would be really, really great. In fact, I should like go ahead and put something out for them to read. I should send that to King's Isle, because right now PvP is just so overblown with all those other ways you can get. I don't know. It just seems overwhelming to try to even get into and be successful at, and it seems really challenging. Oh, okay. Why the Wither? So awesome to see you in chat. Let me get a drink, and I will give my pet a treat as soon as I'm done with the stream, because unfortunately the pet is outside right now. Awesome to see you here, though. Very, 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 very happy to see you. Been very fabulous. Yeah, so let's throw that out, guys. PvP. Some of you in the chat might do some PvP. If there were some things you would change in PvP, what would they be? Because I know a lot of people have a lot of strong opinions about PvP matches and stuff like that. Me, I'm learning how to get into it. I get frustrated because I get beat so quickly, so I'm trying to also figure out how I can be a much more effective PvP opponent, and so I'm kind of curious, what do you think is good about PvP? What are some of the things that are wrong about PvP? I think one of the things I think that's wrong with it myself is it seems like it's almost a play to win. Pay to win, because if you get certain gear, especially at lower levels, I think you stand a much better chance of being competitive in that than other characters, And honestly, for the players that like to play that way, I think that's good. I don't have anything wrong with that. I mean, if you're willing to go in there and do that, I can see that. If you want to get the cards that you need and stuff. For higher levels, remove anything to do with shadow pips. Okay, yeah, I've heard that they were actually talking about reworking shadow pips anyways, because in many instances they're pretty OP. I could see that in higher level games. If you get hit with one shadow pip, set up the right way, that's going to end that game for you. I can definitely see a huge merit in that. I think, and I was saying this earlier, I think what would be great is if we had a PvP ranking for just stock spells, no treasure cards, just stock spells at level. I think that'd be fun. I would play that. I think I would be competitive in that, and that'd be a really great skill-based match. Like, for instance, if if your 10th level Death Wizard's going up against, say, a 10th level Storm Wizard. You know, I think that could be an interesting match depending on how they arrange their decks and how they approach it. You know, now of course, you know, there would be some challenges like maybe allow shields PvP. Yeah, I think it would. I think it would open up to a lot of players that would not do it. And I don't think that would be too hard for them to do. They would just have to create a new ranking and just make sure that, and I guess maybe shield treasure cards, maybe allow shield treasure cards, because I could see I could see certain things being a challenge. But anyways, honestly, just if they just did stock, I think that would be that'd be a fun way to play, you know. And plus, it would show you how good can you really run your Wizard's deck. I think that would be another advantage to it, is it would really show off people that can really strategize with what they have. Ooh, removing PvP gear. Yeah, I was noticing that. Like I was in the tag shop and I was noticing that there's a staff that looked pretty awesome. Oh, for the 5th age? Ah, okay. That, I mean, it sounds interesting. I think I would definitely be behind a lot of that, you know. Okay. Got distracted. I'm glad I got my Spriggan here. She's doing a pretty good job, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. That's interesting stuff, you know. But that would get me into playing PvP even more so. Like, the idea of doing matches like that doesn't bother me. I just feel like I have no chance. And I think that's what's frustrating for me about trying to get into the PvP arena, is I feel like I don't really have a chance to actually win any of those matches. I mean, I don't mind losing if it looks like if it's a close match. What kills me when I'm losing, like, you know, I did a PvP match with this wizard the other day, and I actually was able to get a really killer judgment hit on him, and he still beat me. I was like, are you kidding me? You know, but I just didn't hit him hard enough. I was about 100 away from killing him, and he came back and hit a bigger hit on me. I gotta give credit. At least that one didn't feel like it was a treasure card coming at me. That was just a straight up match, which actually I enjoyed more than a lot of the death matches. Now, with my death character that I've been kind of playing at level 10, I'm playing other level 10s and level 12s around the same area, and they're pulling off these 3,000 point hits with these treasure cards that I know you can't even get anywhere near with that wizard. and that's kind of frustrating, you know, trying to break into something when, you know, when those are your opponents that you're going up against, and you know, like, you can go do a practice match, but I mean, when you're level 10, they'll match you up with like a level 30, and you know, level 30 is going to kick your butt anyways in a practice match. You can learn some things from it, but that's what happens most of the time. So then when you go into ranked matches, then you're fighting these guys who are serious, and they've got all these treasure cards they'll pull on you, you know, and I don't know. It seems a little broken, and it seems like it needs a lot of tweaking. You know, but I mean, just outlawing treasure cards and PvP gear and just doing straight up questing gear might be a great way to go. I would agree. I think if they really wanted, but honestly, they gotta be smart about it, Chris. You know, one of the things they don't want to do is they don't want to drive away people who really like playing PvP in that system. You know, you don't want to drive away all those people that have invested money into being PvP gods, right? So they've got to work the system so they can keep a lot of those players that are still into it, but open it up so that they can have a whole lot of other players join it and want to get into it. Oh, really? Lots of level 80s can go against level 100 plus? I had no idea. Absolutely no idea. Again, I'm still a lot of stuff I don't know about the PvP thing, about the PvP culture and everything. Let's hear. Should I bring Neris back? Yeah, let's bring her back. Okay. That's interesting, Chris. Yeah, I do think they need a more balanced system, but honestly, I would hate for them to lose all those people that invested all that time and money into building up really good PvP characters as well. So I think, you know, in the long term, they do have to come up with the right type of balance, and I think the way to do that is to come up with a ranking and a skill set that's just that is maybe just, you know, school spells only, no treasure card, decks. Like, you know, so you got to arrange your deck, but there's no treasure cards in it. I think that'd be a school where you just play that way, because I think that would open up a lot of people that don't play PvP now, because one, they're not interested in spending a lot of money on that other stuff, or they feel like it's so unbalanced that they don't really have a chance. And I think that's the best way to get people into something is to help them feel like they have a chance of winning. And I'll be honest with you, the main reason I've been PvP'd, and I'm been playing the game since 2008, and I've probably played less than 20 PvP matches across all my wizards, okay? Probably less than 20 total PvP matches. And the big reason why I don't play PvP is I don't feel like I have a chance. And why would I want to spend all that time into that type of game if I feel like I'm going to lose every time I go in? And of course the other side of the argument to that is, well, why don't you go ahead and buy yourself some packs, level up some gear? You know, why don't you get your other wizard to trade you down a whole bunch of super high powerful treasure cards, you know, so you can go in there and you can do some major damage to people. I guess that, you know, there's some points to be made about that. There can be, you know, but honestly, I think the best way is, I don't think they'll ever be able to balance it to anybody's likings, but if they create a new avenue of PvP without a lot of those things that maybe is really well balanced, I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, you haven't really PvP since the first stage. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I just haven't felt it was I had a fair chance at it. You like do team fights? Really, nobody does team fights anymore? Yeah, I remember back in the first stage, that's what everybody talked about in chat. Oh, let's go in there with the team. Yeah, and I remember going in with some teams and stuff. Yeah. I always had a hard time finding people to play with at a regular basis to do team fights with. I do remember that from the first stage. Boy, I totally forgot about all that. Yeah, during first stage, there was a lot of that. It was all about creating the teams. And I know they tried to do that for a long time. I think what happened is they just kept putting more and more options for players to buy packs and get gear in other avenues that allowed them to create those singular types of characters that could do better as doing solo, I bet. You know, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about that. Okay. Oh, when they made Jade gear. See, and I've never had Jade gear, so I'm not that familiar with it. It ruined PvP as a whole? Cool. Where do you find the Jade gear? Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think they made some decisions. Some of the decisions were made based on them finding another revenue source for the game. I know packs were a big deal for them, you know. And I know that they were trying to keep people happy. Keeper lore packs. There you go. Keeper lore packs. Very good. And I think I agree with you. I think that stuff ended up changing the way the game was played. And when you do that and it unbalances things, then you will eventually start losing a lot of players because they don't feel as if it's fair. No matter how much fun they have at it, if they don't feel like they have a fair chance, or if they feel they have to spend money they don't want to spend. Yeah, Jay just gave way too much resist. Okay, so that was okay, I see. Yeah, I knew there were some suits you could get out there that had really, really high resist and everything. Yeah, so the point where people can go basically immune and have high ingoing and outgoing. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Well, I'm gonna start playing around with it quite a bit. I'm gonna see what it takes for me to start winning some matches. I'll probably do like an episode where I play 3 or 4 matches. Maybe I'll win one. You know, then I'll do another episode where I start trying to find some other ways to win matches. I'll try some different treasure card strategies. You know, I think it could be a fun series to run with. You know, and be something different, because I don't see a whole lot of that out there in the YouTube world right now that deals with that in particular. So I think it'd be neat. There we go. I didn't want to put my feint up because I knew she would use it if I put it up. And I don't think she had enough pips to make me happy with that hit. Okay. Okay, Neris, what are you going to do? Okay, that's good. I'm going to use my feint while you weakness him. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and take this guy down. Wow, it's almost 6. I can't believe it's almost 6. You know you have a great stream when you look down at the clock and it's suddenly like, 3 hours in. It's like, wow, where has all the time flown? Okay, if we can critical, we are done with this fight. Let's do it, Judgment. You're the girl for the job. I trust you. You can do it. Come on. Oh, it's not there. No judge. No critical. Well, at least Neris was like knocking him down there all those rounds. Very
good. May the shadows never let you sleep, and may your waking hours be filled with night terrors.
That's pleasant. I love how these guys talk. That's awesome. Makes me feel good. Okay, we got the last teleporter arch. Now we can. Now we don't have to like run all the way back and forth through the castle and stuff. Now we can just teleport back and forth. Isn't that awesome? Fantastic. Let's go talk to the lady. Little lady. Oh, there we go. Some kelp right there, ready for me to grab. How nice is that? Shadow Pips and Pierce also kind of ruin PvP. Really? I know Pierce is really, really important in later dungeons and everything, but I could definitely see why it would make PvP a more challenging game. Now, it's just as far as the Shadow Pips and how powerful they are, for sure. But I know in the regular game questing, it's a necessity for some of those higher dungeons to have those high level spells.
Beautifully fought, wizard.
Thank you.
Go and assemble the teleporter arch. The portal will take you through to the catacombs
beneath
the catacombs.
Avalon.
Quickly now. I will meet you inside.
Okay. Well, let's go. She said quickly. 1 teleporter arch. Nice. We are now in the catacombs. Very good.
This is not how I would have welcomed you to Avalon in better times.
Okay.
But we do as we must.
Mm-hmm. And
these vile, deep, dark goblins
leveled up. Level 84, guys. We leveled up during stream. Awesome.
The catacombs are locked, and I'm sure they have the key.
Okay.
Strike down the deep, dark goblins for the catacombs key.
Okay, guys. And with that, unfortunately, that is all the time I have to play today. Chris, thank you so much for the chat here at the end of the stream. I want to do another quick shout out to Twisting, Skylar, Sophia, Jade, Survive, the Ark. Thank you guys so much for the follows today. I appreciate the new subscription, Twisting. I hope you guys do really, really well. Guys, if you want to get more of me, check out my YouTube channel, KimmySayGaming.com. That way you can check out some more stuff while you wait for my next stream. Next stream will definitely be on Friday, and we're definitely going to be doing some more Wizard101 because I'm getting the server ready this week for the big changeover on the Minecraft. So don't forget that. Can't wait to see more of you guys. And don't forget to hit some comments, hit those likes. And if you subscribe to my YouTube, that really helps me out there as well. So I appreciate everybody. I hope you guys have a great evening. I've got to get some dinner. It's been a fantastic afternoon, fantastic stream. And it's all thanks to you guys. Chris, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night also. Guys, bye-bye.